into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, good morning, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for choosing to join us this morning. You're going to have fun.
We can guarantee that, right?
The pieces are on the board today. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun. You look amazing today, my friend.
You look great. I feel like I have to say that because you complimented me first. No, I'm joking. You look fantastic, Gray. Well, good morning, Mzansi. Listen, we're serving up a full table of flavor today. You already know. It's a culinary hotline, Bling.
Ding, ding, ding.
I had to do it first and foremost because, you know, got to wake up the soul from the inside out. It is a Wednesday, and our culinary hotline gets a fun twist with come dine with me. But listen, this is the crew edition, and it's going to be so much fun because it's the people that's usually behind the scenes making everything happen. I'm talking our director, Lena. I'm talking the guy that really runs the show, Lucian, and also Tiff from the kitchen. They're going to be bringing the heat with some of their signature dishes.
No, the funny thing here is the irony is because we steal their thunder every day. Okay, literally every day we are because they are. So this morning they get to take their thunder back. I'm just dying to see who is going to actually have the chops to do it live in the kitchen.
And feed us.
Oh, man. Okay, well, let's talk about what we are being fed this morning. So we've got a rich tomato bready to comforting chicken curry and dreamy blueberry cheesecake to top it all off. Did we place this order?
I think
we might have actually curated this menu for ourselves.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm here for that.
I'm here for Craig Lucas because he's also coming on through. Listen, this man is doing so much. I caught up with him in passing a couple of days ago, and I can't wait to get in that conversation and his brand new single. It's called Tip of My Tongue, and he's just been going on a beautiful journey in education and in music. That's mind-blowing.
He is top tier,
Yeah,
top
I'd
of the
agree with
top
that.
tier, I think, in this country. I think he's opened doors that few of us have yet to realize. Cannot wait to get all emotional when we hear him sing, as we do. Getting a little emotional, just picturing the face that you're about to see right now, because I miss you, guy. I know it's only been like a day, dude. How are you, Riley?
Oh, we're back, baby, and ready to give you the energy that you need. It's the middle of the week, but we're going to make it feel like a Friday, especially since you know who's in town. The main dish, Craig Lucas, of course. But let's talk about some other meals that we've got going on this morning. And this is the question we're asking you. We're obviously hosting our own version of Come Dine With Me. And let's pretend that you were doing this with your colleagues and some of your friends. What would you then put up as your main meal? What would you show off with as a main meal or a dessert? We want you to come through with some of the ideas that you choose to use as your show-off for the Come Dine Me edition right here on your Expresso Feel Good Breakfast Show. And of course, come use the number 0630369649. Use the hashtag Expresso and let us know. Maybe even have some pictures of these dishes. I'd absolutely love to hear it. For me, I'd definitely start off with something of a protein. We'll get to the specifics in just a bit. But for now, though, you know, that's going to be a couple of the courses, and we'll refine that as the show goes on. But for now, official duties must commence. And of course, Carissa's standing by with the latest.
Of course, it's protein. Let's get into your national news headlines with 3 minutes after 6 o'clock. Now, we get started here where a 37-year-old woman has been arrested in Tafelsig in Cape Town for the alleged kidnapping of 9-year-old Muhammad Imad Shamar from Middlestad Mall in Bellville. This happened on Saturday. Now, police say the baby's mother briefly left him with the woman while using a bathroom. On her return, both were gone. The incident was reported to Bellville police, who traced the suspect to a residence in Tafelsig and recovered the child unharmed. The suspect will appear in court soon. In other national news, Correctional Services Minister Pieter Groenewald has raised alarm over persistent overcrowding and gang activity in South African prisons. Now presenting the department's 29 billion rand budget in Parliament, Groenewald warned the allocation falls short of what's needed for safe and effective operations. He acknowledged the country's fiscal pressures, but stressed the current budget hampers safety and security. Despite interventions, prison syndicates and staff shortages continue to undermine order. Groenewald says the department will need to do more with less, a tough ask under current conditions. In your international news making headlines, India has deployed a team of geologists to Zambia to explore 9,000 square kilometers of mineral-rich terrain for copper and cobalt. The move supports India's strategy to secure resources critical to its clean energy and tech sectors. Now, sources say the exploration will span 3 years, with most testing done in Indian labs. Pending results, India may seek a mining lease and invite private investment. The cobalt is vital for batteries, while copper is used across construction, electronics, and power infrastructure. Zambia approved the agreement earlier this year. Meanwhile, Europe is in the grip of a record-breaking early summer heat wave. Temperatures soared past 46 degrees Celsius in parts of Portugal and Spain, while France issued red alerts and shut down 1,300 schools. Now, England recorded its hottest June since 1884, and snow is melting unusually high in the Alps. Climate scientists warn such extremes are becoming the new normal due to global warming. Authorities are urging people to stay indoors, to hydrate, and to check on the elderly and children as heat domes intensify across the continent. And closing up with some good news, because BTS are back, baby. After completing their military service, all 7 members of the record-breaking South Korean pop group have reunited, thrilling fans with news of a fresh album and world tour. During their first live stream in nearly 2 years, they confirmed they'll begin working on new music in the US this month, with a full-length album set for release in spring 2026. Now, a global tour will follow, their first since 2022's Permission to Dance, and the band says their project will reflect their original spirit, reigniting the passion that made them global icons and the world's best-selling music act in 2020 and 2021. Now, fans rejoice, your boys are back in sync and ready for takeoff. I'm sure you are grinning from ear to ear right now. If you are a BTS fan, we look forward to that music release come 2026. But now, though, sticking to this year, let's see what else is happening in sports with Graham.
Carissa, I assume by the boys you were meaning the Springboks. Yes, they are ready to go into battle once again. Let's start right there. Some massive congratulations heading to Vincent Chituka. He'll make his test debut as Jesse Kriel captains the Springboks for the first time. 2 massive congratulations there. In a test in Saturday's clash with Italy in Pretoria, it's going to be quite a moment for the team and them. So Rusty has named a pretty seasoned squad featuring 13 players from that Barbarians win. With Siya Kolisi sadly sidelined, Kriel becomes the 67th box skipper, supported by returning vice-captain Eben Etzebeth. Great to have him back out. Then Damian Willems also returns for his first appearance since the World Cup final. Great to see him back out there as well. Now let's get back onto football. A couple of moves happening up north. Arsenal have signed goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga from Chelsea for a reported £5 million. The 30-year-old Spaniard will still be the world's most expensive keeper, but he did struggle to meet expectations at Stamford Bridge, it must be said, and spent recent seasons on loan at Real Madrid and Bournemouth. Now he joins as a backup to David Raya and becomes Arsenal's first signing of this summer window. Now on to cricket, and Corbin Bosch delivering a rare all-round masterclass. So he hit an unbeaten 100, then took 5 for 43 as the Proteas thrashed Zimbabwe by 328 runs in Bulawayo, closing it out yesterday. Proteas recovered from early trouble to post 418 for 9 declared, thanks to Luandre Pretorius' 153 and then Dival Brevis with a 51. Bjorn Mulder's 147 in that second innings, setting an unreachable 537-run target, sealing an emphatic victory on day 4. So many young players staking their claim in that performance. Absolutely brilliant. Well, the same can be said as we head back to the grass of Wimbledon. A new generation is upon us. Top seed Yannick Sinner, he leads the charge. He breezed past her compatriot Luca Rinaldi, 6-4, 6-3, 6-love in just 1 hour and 48 minutes to send a message as he moves to round 2 of Wimbledon. Untroubled by the heat, it seems. The world #1 dominating from start to finish. And there was heat. Despite a disappointing lead-up to Halle and no final appearances in 4 attempts, Sinner now faces Australia's Alexander Vukic, and that'll happen tomorrow, so watch that space. But I would watch the tennis just in its entirety. A couple of youngsters putting their hands up in a big way. But that's where we leave our sport for now. We'll touch on those headlines again at around 7 o'clock. Let's see what the weather is cooking for us today.
Thank you so much, G-Man. And not too much of a cook, maybe more of a chill, because the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 1 warning for damaging winds across the western interior of the Northern Cape. And that's with risks of localized damage to settlements and runaway fires. Now, meanwhile, very cold, wet and windy conditions are expected from tomorrow across the western and central interior of the Western Cape. And that's extending to the eastern interior by Friday. Now, the southern Namakwa region will also be affected with icy weather forecast along its western escarpment from Saturday, and that's through to Sunday, with small stock farmers and the public which are advised to take necessary precautions. Well, for the first time this morning, let's dive into our sunrise view of the hour. And we are coming all the way through from Carido. And this is all the way from, this was sent in by Edwin in the Eastern Cape. And Carido's looking incredible. This one looks like a picture. You can literally see some of the red and orange, bright, vibrant hues painted across the sky, just as you see that sun peek through the horizon. And yo, this is art at its finest. I cannot believe this is a real shot. This is beautiful. The Eastern Cape has never looked this good, Edwin, and that's thanks to you. So, wow, the bar's been set. I can't thank you enough. And here's a reminder, we do it all again in the next hour. The number's 063-036-9649. See if you can top that incredible shot. But for now, for the first time, let's see what temperatures you can expect on your side of town.
I'm sorry, we've established that whenever anything happens on this set, okay, we kind of scatter like little cockroaches to get to the next thing, and then we come back in. Because why?
A piece of food was found
there is
here.
food. Now, I promise you there are no cockroaches anywhere near our studio, but there is amazing food, and yes, we do come a-running, and we're going to have a lot of fun with the Culinary Hotline today.
Yeah.
Just brace yourselves, because our very own, okay, 3 of our team members are having a Come Dine With Me edition of the Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
That's 2 for 2, eh?
Fun,
We're good
I know,
today.
we're doing
You're on
good
it,
today.
yeah.
It's going to be a party, man. And then we also shine a spotlight on what Apps is doing to just empowering women in a beautiful editorial shoot. So I just think our family over there knows exactly what is going on, and they're always doing the best.
And of course, everybody is talking about Jamie. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, then don't go anywhere, because this lady's going to be talking about it just after the break.
Who
And
is
it's-
Jamie?
That's the question. We all need to figure it out. It's something to do with the waterfront theatre school, but I don't know. You just stick around and we'll plug you in on all the good stuff. Don't go anywhere.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. First and foremost, we've got to get that entertainment box ticked, all right? Because everybody is really talking about Jamie. I know you're asking who's Jamie. Don't worry, we'll find out a bit more about them in just a bit. But a smash hit, a West End musical is what we're getting into that makes its bold South African debut at the Artscape. And joining us right now is director Paul Griffiths and then also lead actor John Marshall to talk about this amazing musical focusing on the power of being unapologetically yourself. So you can definitely take a note from this Feel Good fam. But right now, let's give them a Feel Good welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. How are you feeling, guys?
Well, after that, much better.
Yeah, you feeling
that's a
good?
nice way
I was
to
saying those
start.
corduroys. You know that they're back and they're stunning and you look great.
Thank you so much. I'm not sure they're great on a white couch.
No,
but
they
we'll
look
see
even
what
better.
happens.
Okay, I know. We got to talk about Jamie. We can't
Yes.
talk about
No,
Paul.
no,
Come
can't
on,
talk
let's
about
wrap it up. But Paul, I do want to start with you, though, as the director. Why do you think this particular play is so powerful and will resonate in South Africa? I mean, storytelling is something that we do very well, but now you're bringing in a production that maybe many people aren't familiar with.
And I'm hopeful that most people aren't familiar with this musical. It's a South African premiere, so it's the first time that it's being shown here.
Yeah.
Why is it resonant for a South African audience? Everybody's talking about Jamie is a story about visibility. It's a story about acceptance. And it's also a story about the courage to overcome prejudice. And
That's
obviously,
nice.
we live in a country that is still grappling with the legacies of exclusion.
Yeah.
We also have issues of race and identity and sexuality, which are still deeply politicized. And this story reminds us that being authentically who you are, it's not a luxury, it's a basic human right.
Absolutely.
So this story is both empowering and urgent.
Yeah. Oh, you speak so well. I'm like, okay, give me 5 tickets right now.
Only 5?
15. Make that 15. As I was saying, I mean, they're only 150, but we'll get into the details of that in just a bit. But I'll come to both of you, and on your point that you mentioned, Paul, talk to me how and why this resonates with you so deeply on a personal level.
So if I was to go into the details of why it resonates so deeply, we'd suddenly have a show called Everybody's Talking About Paul. But Jamie, our lead character, is dealing with internalized shame and trying to be who he is when who he is not always aligned with how people want him to be.
Right.
This resonates hugely.
How about you, John?
I think I probably resonate a lot with Jamie's story. I think it's a beautiful story of like becoming and self-acceptance and finding that identity of yourself. And I think personally, I mean, I can look back at my time in like high school and I was also struggling with my own identity and figuring out who I was. And just kind of seeing that in Jamie, I resonate a lot with that part of him.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that might make it easier to play, but also challenging to play.
Yeah,
Because now
I
you're
think so.
tapping into parts of yourself that, I mean, are difficult,
No,
right?
literally, exactly.
So what was that journey playing Jamie? What does it take out of you?
Yeah, I mean, it was quite a lot to get into, I think. It brought back a lot from like the past, like high school and everything.
Yeah.
But I think it was also great because I had that experience and I had that to kind of help me work with the character.
Absolutely.
But it has been a bit tough trying to find that because of course we don't really want to like feel these heavy emotions and go back to that part of ourselves where we don't really want to see. So I think just bringing that up and showing that was quite challenging, but I think it's
You
coming
nailed
along well.
it,
Yeah, I mean,
regardless.
He's
I
totally
mean,
nailed it.
I'm trying to. I hope so. I hope so.
And that's the beautiful thing about the arts as well, because you're right, some people don't want to face those emotions or feel it because it's tough.
Yeah.
But when you put it on display and you make it also unapologetically okay,
Yeah.
you know, to own yourself and own your space, that's what
Yeah.
it is at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So having said that, who is this play for? Who should actually be sitting in that audience?
Everyone, absolutely everyone.
Yeah.
You know, the wonderful thing about Jamie is, even though his story is very specific, everyone knows what it feels like to not necessarily have the freedom to express the full version of themselves. many people know what it feels like to be on the outside. Many people know how it feels to be told that you need to be something other than who you are. These are universal experiences.
100%.
So it's for everyone. And Jamie reminds us that we need to live in a society that is kinder, that is bolder, where we have the courage to accept and be and express ourselves in the way that feels free.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for putting this on and having the South African debut. I'm sure it won't be the last that we'll see of this. We'll have a rerun and a rerun again, right?
From your mouth to God's ear.
Yes. But having said that, again, where can people buy their tickets immediately? I know they run for just about $150 via web tickets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so it's web tickets, so you can go and find the event. We're being hosted by Artscape. There is an age restriction for 12 just because of some of the subject matter.
Right.
But absolutely, web tickets, you can get your tickets today. And I would encourage people to book them sooner rather than later.
Agreed.
We're already 50% sold, and we only open in a week.
Oh my goodness, you're right. Between the 9th and the 19th of July, Feel Good Fam, you need to get on it ASAP. If that poster doesn't convince you enough, I mean, come on, the gents on the couch definitely do so. 150 if you're over 12 gets you your ticket. And please make sure that you continue the chats about Jamie. And in just a bit, we get to see them perform too.
Stunning.
Oh, yeah. Now we know.
I absolutely love it. Now we know. And now we know the people behind what we know, which I absolutely love. Now, the performances are going to be absolutely magical. And I think they hit a few notes there that are going to resonate. So I love that. Speaking of notes that resonate, we're about to hit a gong and send out the most beautiful resonance through the whole country, I think.
Absolutely. We're going to be stepping behind the lids with ABSA. And that's the spotlight, a powerful moment of recognition where two remarkable women were attended. And they attended the ABSA Red Lip activation. We're talking about Nomcebo, Gina, as well as Veronica Dumezweni. They were celebrated. They were championed.
Yes.
And they were absolutely given their shine, G. It was incredible.
I love it. And I suppose Ayanda G. Tibeta is pretty used to that kind of modality. She looked absolutely gorgeous, but she was there to open some space, create some space, and shine a very beautiful light on these two incredible human beings. Taking a look at how this editorial shoot went.
Hello, Feel Good family. Today I am behind the scenes as we make two very special women feel seen, heard and celebrated as we partner with ABSA. Each of them won a shoot whilst attending an ABSA event and the red lipstick activation. Let's see how the day unfolds as they get glammed up and draped in a proudly South African brand.
Imprint is always about telling imprint stories, and my story was inspired by my mom. I'm raised by a single parent. I'm a product of that. So for me, when I heard that I'm going to be styling women, I was very excited because I get to tap into what I'm about. I get to tell that story very authentically, and I get to celebrate women's bodies and their stories.
I was lucky enough to be at both the House of Beauty and the Forbes event, where I got to see people be excited at the lipstick activation booths. I got to see them have their red lipstick put on, them taking selfies and pictures against the backdrop. Everybody was so excited about the prospects of being able to win the competition. And now I get to be at the shoots and I get to hear their stories and, more importantly, see ABSA follow through on their promise. How did it feel when you heard that you won this shoot?
I felt excited. I felt seen. All the hard work that goes behind the scenes, all the silent prayers, all the late nights during my MBA. I just graduated 2 weeks ago. And being a mother of 4, I feel like all that hard work that I do either at home or at work, it's been put on the spotlight.
Veronica, how are you feeling? How did you feel when you got the news that, listen, you're one of the winners of today's shoot?
I was so excited. When the news came, I didn't know it was a shoot. I was just told that I won and then I should send my details on DM. And I'm thinking maybe there's just going to be a package dropped by at my place. Then next thing I receive an email from Shiraz telling me that she won a shoot and you'll be interviewed. And I was like, okay, this is bigger than I thought. So yeah, I was excited.
From inspiring stories and stunning visuals, there's always a talented glam and styling team behind every winning shoot.
So today, basically, I'm just going to be enhancing, their eyes, their brows, make them a bit softer, more feminine, because makeup now has gone into more natural side. So we'll finish off the look with a red lip. And you don't need much, you know, when you wear a red lip.
We're going for like a very much a high editorial beauty style. We want to celebrate the winners' career paths as well as the kind of unique stories. So having that Pan-African high fashion twist is also very important.
For us, it's not just about beautiful prints, it's not about the random colors. It's very intentional. So with Absa being about celebrating winners, we tapped into what stories that we can tell to be in line with what they're about.
We go that red against red. Sometimes it is beautiful, but we want to really highlight them and their unique outfits and the designer and the makeup. So really having that clean aesthetic also brings more to light in terms of that high fashion beauty aesthetic as well.
We're going for red, which is the color that everyone knows, but we're also playing with silhouettes. It's body hugging, it shows them the right parts, because with us, I've created clothing for so long that I've gotten to sit down with women. I've gotten to create clothes that are not just about me and how I see them. I get to style them in a way that they feel like they are represented in those silhouettes.
For ladies sitting at home who have similar stories to you, what words of encouragement do you have for them?
I would say that they need to be ambitious, they need to be driven, and they should never give up. After becoming a mom in 2017, I pursued my passion for learning and I obtained a national diploma in marketing management. As we speak, I'm currently studying for a BA in communication, which further fueled my interest in the field.
I would say to other ladies, you don't need to shrink to fit into the environments that were never really created for your brilliance, for your whole self, for your womanhood. Just stay true to who you are in terms of your values and how you lead and how you show up in the workspaces. You don't need to compartmentalize that. Just be your one full self. And don't forget your red lipstick on.
When you tell someone's story, you don't just share their journey. You honor their voice, their strength, and their dreams. And thanks to Absa, more stories have the power to inspire countless lives.
Oh, quite literally a stunning
That was
reminder.
stunning, man.
Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. Every image there that wasn't even a photo was beautiful. Every woman's light deserves to be seen. And thank you so much for Absa and Ayanda for that moment, for creating the space.
Yeah, these are spaces that we absolutely love to celebrate. And I think phenomenal is an understatement when we're speaking about these women who turned this shoot into something truly unforgettable. I think these flashes of images are going to be in our dreams for moments to come.
Oh, and speaking of unforgettable woman, I'm hearing a different voice in my head, which means one incredible woman from upstairs somewhere here is downstairs.
You would be absolutely right, Greg, because listen, Expresso fam, we have to get into our first installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Oh, great. That's 3 for 3. We are doing exceptionally well today. I think because it's a Women Crush Wednesday. Now, we saw a couple of women being celebrated now, and in just a bit, we get into yet another woman, our very own live director, Miss Elena, who gets into the kitchen with Chef Clem, and she's going to make something that's just haste course, okay? It's all about the tomato bready or tomato food. It's absolutely delicious. I have no idea how to make it, so I'm going to hand over to her in just a bit to show us the ropes.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning, South Africa. My name is Clem Pedra, and for the next, I think, about 10 minutes, I'm going to be your pilot through these culinary skies, because it is Wednesday, and this is the Culinary Hotline Bling!
Ding, ding, ding.
Now, a few weeks ago, we had a massive upset in the kitchen when we had our first installment of Come Dine With Me, where Graham took on Carissa, and very controversial win for Graham. Carissa's still very cut up. While that's busy simmering, while that relationship's being mending, we thought, let's bring some of the behind-the-scenes people into the kitchen, and we've done that this morning. We've got our show producer in the kitchen, and she's taking on the Come Dine With Me challenge with a tomato breedy, as she calls it, tomato food. And then later on, flow director Lucian's in the kitchen. What is he making? A noise. And after that, Tiffany's going to be joining, making a beautiful blueberry cheesecake. Lena, very excited because I hear your voice in my ear all the time. I don't think South Africans get to hear your voice ever. So, what are we making this morning? Where is it from? Have you tried and tested it? Are you going to win?
Firstly, it's nice being behind this counter.
Right. Fancy, actually.
Behind the camera,
it's
in front
very
of the
fancy.
camera. I'm making a tomato breedy, but I'm not going to claim that this is my recipe. This is my recipe book.
Legendary.
From the Sido sisters. And as you can see, I've got a little bit of notes here.
Yes.
I'm that note girl.
Okay.
So when you make a recipe, what was it? 9 out of 10? 10 out of 10? What should you do? What shouldn't you do for next time?
All right, so you then tried this recipe, made your notes, and we're coming here today with what should be a competition-winning dish.
Yeah, I mean, the stakes are high.
Look, South Africa, the stakes are high, but we want to hear from you as well. We want voice notes, we want messages. Please send it through to our WhatsApp number, that's 063-036-9649. Want to get those voice notes. Who do you think is going to take it this morning? Do you have any questions for myself or the 3 contestants of our Come Dine With Me challenge this morning? We want to hear from you. Also, if you had to enter Come Dine With Me challenge, what would your signature dish be? A lot of questions this morning, all the questions, but we got to cook. Because usually by now, Lena's going, start cooking, start cooking. So let's start cooking. Okay, so.
First things first, I've got a sous chef.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like to delegate.
The competition, keep the competition close. I like that. Lucian's going to be coming on for part 2 of this challenge. Very strategic move here, bringing your competition on. There could be some sabotage. Okay, but we need to cook. We need to cook. So, I've got some beef. We're going with...
Do you want an apron?
No, I think you should.
Oh, wow, confidence. Confidence. Okay, so Lena, we got some beef in front of us.
Let me look for my recipes along.
Alrighty, what can we do?
Lena's now going through a recipe, guys. So remember I said in the beginning, 10 minutes. It's going to be this journey. Maybe half an hour.
Well,
but it's fine.
I look so snatched.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay, so Lena, let's talk about the meat first. We've got beef.
Okay,
What cut of beef are we doing? Because we're going low and slow, right?
I usually do stewing beef from our favorite Woolies. So cut into small pieces.
Right, there's a bone.
Just because some people like to eat with their hands. And hand-sized pieces with your...
That's quite big.
Yeah.
But
so
okay, but you see, the issue is, you got like a rib cut, or like the brisket cut, and you got the bone still in it. So I don't know, but you, Lucian, I don't know what knives you have at home, but I can't cut through bone.
I got MasterChef knives.
You've got MasterChef knives, there we go. So we're gonna keep this one nice and chunky. There we go. But I like what you said about eating with your hands.
Yeah.
Which is cultural, but also, I honestly believe if you're that connected with your food, it's gonna taste better.
It needs to fit within your hands, yeah.
All
Can
right,
I start there?
There we go.
And then the thing with a breedy is there are base ingredients for every breedy.
Right.
So we've got the onions, we've got green pepper. I didn't know green pepper was a thing.
It's a thing.
But it's a thing.
What do you mean you didn't know it was a thing?
I didn't know that you can amplify flavors with the green pepper.
Oh, absolutely. So let's talk about the flavors you get from green pepper. So green pepper being green, Mother Nature's usually sneaky like that. She'll kind of give you hints about what things are going to taste like. Green pepper being green actually tastes a little grassy, a little citrusy.
Yes.
Right? So you get those greeny flavors and it's that burst of flavor, that brightness.
Yeah, some colour.
Absolutely. Okay, so
I
love that you do that.
It does bulk up the recipe slightly.
It does. I mean, to be honest with you, lady, when you said you've never heard about green pepper, I was about to go like, cancel this, come dine with me immediately.
All right.
Immediately, but I understand.
But now tell me now, there's also red and there's yellow pepper.
Yes. There's a difference, yeah.
If I have like red or yellow pepper, can I add it in? Will it change the flavor or no?
So you absolutely can add it in, and what you'll get, the flavor difference is... Sorry, Lucian, you can't add it.
I was like, I want attention. Give me
Here we
some.
go. The flavor difference is we've got the bright green flavors of our green pepper, and then the orange, the yellow or orange, becomes a little more sweeter, a little less green, grassy in flavor. And then your red's got that deep, sweet red pepper flavor.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, nice.
Okay, things are happening. Onions, peppers in the pan. I'm busy slicing meat, and I do like that you're using this cut of meat because this is the less expensive cut of beef because it's going to take a little bit of time as to cook. It's a bit tough, so I like that we're not doing fillet.
So would you, excuse my ignorance, but stewing beef, is it any different to this?
No, this kind of falls into the category of a stewing beef. It's the cuts of beef that need a little bit longer to actually become tender. It's the cuts of beef that while the animal's still roaming, it's the pieces that do a lot more work. So it's like the muscles, the shoulder, you know? And this is also part of it, like the briskets. So this is that cut. Maximum flavor, but it does need time to cook.
That's the thing with, I think with birdies, you need to like start at lunchtime for supper.
Start yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, start yesterday. I mean, that's also true because over time, it just like the flavors just combine together and it just tastes so much better the next day.
I also feel like overnight food is always the best.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so now the acting director in my ears is literally screaming, you guys are not cooking, you need to get done.
Wow.
So, okay, here we go.
Thanks, Ellie.
Lucian's braising, we got our beef going in.
I'm gonna stick true to the recipe here.
Yes. Okay.
But we've got cinnamon sticks.
Cinnamon sticks.
Allspice.
Allspice.
Chilies and garlic.
Chilies and garlic. Here's the thing about garlic, you don't have to chop it. It's going to impart its flavor.
Okay.
And especially if you're going for like hours.
Do you need to remove it afterwards or no?
No, eat it. Eat it. Chilies. How are we feeling? 2 or 3 or 1?
I don't think it's tomato food is a spicy dish.
It's not, so we're not going to chop it. We're not going to chop it.
Okay.
That way we're going to get the flavor, not the heat.
A lot of people don't know that the pips inside is actually the
violence.
Stingy, the violence.
Is inside the seeds, absolutely. And very important, whenever you're done working with chilies after chopping it, wash
Don't rub your eyes.
Don't rub nothing after you chop chili. Okay, that's smelling amazing. That's the base of a very, very good dish. When we add our...
For me, I like to let this simmer.
Okay.
And then add the meat. Is that fine?
Correct. That is absolutely fine.
Braise it.
Yes. So what's going to happen, South Africa, we've got a minute to wrap this up, but I want to give you some indication of what's going to happen. So we're going to braise our meat first. Then tomato paste goes in. And then we're going to balance that tomato acidity with a little bit of sugar.
Okay, pause.
Pause. Pause.
I know people add sugar to cancel the acidity, but then I don't want my recipe to be too sweet.
Too sweet.
So what I do is I add butter towards the end.
What?
And that just makes everything so creamy, and then it cancels out all the acidity.
All right, South Africa.
But that's a tip I didn't know.
That's a tip
thanks
that
to this
I
recipe.
didn't know. That's
Really?
What? There we go. Fatima's sister's coming through an absolute win. South Africa, this is only a taste of what's about to come. We're going to continue working on this tomato breedy. Then Lucian's in the kitchen. Who knows what he's going to make? Lena, this has been amazing. We hope to see you in part 2 of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Lucian, are you ready?
Yes, she'll be my sous chef.
There we go. It's coming on the next part of the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ding, ding, ding. Sous chef.
Oh, don't mind me. I was just practicing my vocals there because I've got a superstar right next to me. I know everybody's talking about Jamie, but with good reason as well. Coming from the Waterfront Theatre School, we can't wait to get into this wonderful performance. It's all about the wall in my head, but I've done enough talking. Take it away.
Something he said, his words built a wall inside my head, just one little thing. Didn't mean that much to him, but it keeps building and building and building this wall in my head. This wall in my head. Just one tiny thought. Started out so small, the thought made a brick, the bricks made a wall, and the wall keeps me down, and the wall trips me up, and it keeps building and building and building this wall in my head. this wall in my head. And here I stand with me feet stuck to the floor as I shout down the street, screaming for more. Over the wall, I see my future standing tall. Over the wall, I can't believe I'd have it all. So I keep climbing and climbing and climbing this wall in my head, head. Oh, I'll keep climbing and climbing and climbing this wall in my head, head. This wall in my head, this wall in my head. It was something he said, just one little thing. The thought left a scar, the words left a sting. Those words are the walls that still hold me in, and they keep building and building and building and building. And don't fall, I'm finding me feet, their shoes to be filled. But this wall is harder to beat when it's one you help build. Over the wall, I see my future standing tall. Over the wall, I can't believe I'd have it all. So I keep climbing and climbing and climbing this wall in my head, head. Oh, I'll keep climbing and climbing and climbing this wall in my head, head. Oh, I'll keep climbing and 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 hand over, hand over, hand over, brick over, hand over, brick over, hand over, brick over. Climbing, climbing, climbing. This wall in my head, this wall in my head.
July, the Waterfront Theatre School presenting. Oh man, look at that. Everybody is talking about Jamie. I think everyone will be talking about Jamie.
After that performance, oh yeah, can't wait to go see it and put it on your list.
Now, please show us your shoes quickly.
Come on.
Not to be outdone. Oh yeah! No, that was our fitness warm-up for the day.
Nice as though.
I just had to let you have your moment. No pressure to perform in front of Craig Lucas, everybody. Because we're doing a Come Dine With Me special, and we're like, well, what do you want on the menu? And all three of us at the same time just said, Craig Lucas.
Yes, please.
Main
dish and dessert, yeah, please. 2 servings.
There's a lot to go around.
I know. Man. And there's a lot to process. There is new music going on. We're going to catch up with this incredible human being after this. We'll see you now.
We need samples from living dinosaurs.
That's kind of our specialty.
Let's go!
Come on! Jurassic World. Win the ultimate adventure for 2 to Thailand with Wolo Travel worth 100,000 Rand. Experience adrenaline-filled thrills, cinematic landscapes, and vibrant street life. Enter now at Expresso's social pages. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes. Sometimes you welcome back as your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And trust me, you're going to feel so good after this one because today we are joined by the amazing, the ever-talented Craig Lucas, who's gearing up to release an explosive new EP. It's called Tip of My Tongue. And we're diving headfirst into chaos, heartbreak, lust, and of course, healing. So let's officially give him a big, massive Feel Good welcome.
Welcome back, baby.
We're back home, baby.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been too long.
He set you up there, man. Is involved. I was waiting for the chaps to come out. You know it's going to be crazy, but we like this era for you, man. We absolutely love it. So congratulations. I know new music always comes at a cost for you because you go all in.
Yeah.
So how are you, first of all, as we find you now? It feels like it's been too long, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm doing well. It's my first body of work I'm putting out in, I think, maybe 6 or 7 years.
Oh,
I
it's
feel
been that
like
long. Wow.
I feel like I'm an entirely different person to who I was when the first album came out. You know, I feel like I'm starting over, to be honest.
Really?
Like this is my reintroduction. I'm like starting from scratch. So it's very exciting. I was able to shed, I think, a lot of what I thought people wanted me to be and what I thought success was supposed to be. And kind of just start from scratch.
Excuse me, just jumping on that. Did you have to do this now? Was this like a point a line in the sand that you had reached? What brought this metamorphosis on, man?
I think just growing up, aging, lots of therapy. Yeah, that's it. It's a part of just growing up and maturing. I think, you know, I'm 32 now. In your 20s, I think for everyone it's quite chaotic.
Yeah, and you're unbreakable as well, eh?
And I just think you think that there's only one way that things are supposed to go. And by the time, at least for me, you reach your 30s, you're like, I can do anything and everything. And I can find success in all of it. There's not just one way that I'm supposed to live my life. And that's been very freeing for me.
I like it. It's almost like you're expanding now.
Absolutely.
It's not so much, for me, a rebirth. It's like, wow.
Yeah, one thing that stands out for me is the fact that you're kind of mentioning this fact of you and your past self, just having messed around, played around, you found out, but now you're here with intention. I mean, if that was just you messing around, I can't wait to see what the intention is behind what's going to be happening. But it sounds like you mentioned you've changed. Has this changed your writing, the way you process as well? Because we were speaking about the writing being this expression, this therapy.
Yeah.
How's that evolved for you over this new era?
Yeah, for one, I've been a lot more fearless. It's been a lot more honest. My therapy literally comes into the song.
It's process work, yeah.
There's some lines that my therapists have said to me that have become the hooks of some of the new music I'm writing. You know?
Are they asking for royalties?
No, he doesn't know yet. I think he'd be so proud, to be honest.
100%.
But yeah, it's just become really, really honest and very introspective and almost just very singular. And it's crazy because I write these songs about experiences that I go through that I think maybe only I go through. And so often it's received so universally, you know, and you always got to kick yourself and remind yourself we all just go through the same stuff.
It's the human condition.
Yeah.
And thank you for doing that because you're one of those artists for me, and this is where I feel like this is my simulation, because on that worst day when I'm just broken, and I think you see me often in emotional states because of the way you perform, but something will play in that moment, a line, one of those hooks, a little anchor, an emotional anchor will play, and I'm like, wow, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be because we are all going through it.
The same stuff.
Bearing in mind this is a breakfast show. Tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Buddy, can we even talk about this song? Give us the PC version. Because I wouldn't ask that nervously of the old Craig Lucas, but the new Craig Lucas. Now, talk us through what sets the foundation of this piece.
Yeah, so one of the very first songs I wrote for this EP is a song called Cool on the Internet. And it's not out yet. It's the last one we'll release. And it was the first time I'd written a song almost as satire.
Okay.
I was poking fun at how I was struggling with social media. And, you know, how a big part of music now is just going viral and being, you've got to be constantly posting.
Yeah, consistency.
And it was so exhausting for me. And it's not something I'm very good at. And I wrote the song poking fun at myself and all the things I'm trying to do to try and remain cool on the internet. And it was the first time I was allowing myself to almost be funny and not so serious, and then it set the tone, and I was like, so many of these songs I started writing as jokes, and I'm like, there's no way I'd release a song called something I probably can't say. on a
Yeah,
bigger
yeah,
show.
exactly.
You know, but I wrote it regardless, and I'm like, no, I should release the song.
Unapologetically, man.
Yeah. So it started out with me not even thinking I was going to release the songs, and that allowed me to just write songs without literally
they were there.
any limitations.
They were there on the tip of your tongue.
That's it.
See.
So this is meant to be a full album. I've written enough songs for 2 albums, but these songs specifically were so raw and so honest. I thought they needed to be its own thing.
Its own body of work. Yeah,
and
good.
almost maybe just like a bit of a palate cleanser before the second album comes.
Are you preparing us for what's to come here? Yeah, okay. I can feel it.
I like this happy turn in the music, even if it is satirical happy. Am I going to cry today? Are you going to make me cry today?
I mean, there's one, you probably are. Yeah.
It's okay, Jimmy.
I cry every time he performs, and the worst thing is he'll pop up in shows that I'm in and I'll just bawl my eyes out. Now, I'm just thinking of your 8-minute solo that you did at the Walk Your Worth fashion show.
God, no, I won't even forget. I won't even forget either. I'm still traumatized.
They put an artist of his ilk on infinite loop, and he just had to keep belting out the highest vocal you've ever heard.
We actually measured it was 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Oh, man,
that's testament to your talent, actually. That's like athlete levels, bro.
Nice. That's Tour de France levels. He is in a class.
You know, Darren, his hands were actually bleeding. We just had to go, but it was incredible, though. It was incredible.
Wow. Well, you don't have to go to that extent to get a front row seat. But trust me, you're going to get 3 magical performances. And yes, new music from Craig Lucas. It's big, and we'll get into that in a moment.
Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to that. But right now, let me tell you about my life, okay? From the bright lights of Expresso to the morning to the buzzing airwaves of Good FM in the afternoon, my day is super full. My schedule is full throttle, but it's all smart, feel-good habits in between that really keep me going throughout the day. And here's exactly how I power through. I've got a secret weapon that fits right into the rush of it all, and it's my NutriBullet Flip. Because when your days don't stop, neither should your rhythm. So have a look. Early mornings don't wait, and neither can I. And when every single minute counts, I need something fresh and fast to keep up with my pace, which is exactly why I reach for my NutriBullet Flip insulated portable blender. Now, this baby is an all-in-one. It is a blender and also the perfect travel companion, so that when the hair and makeup is done, all that's left to do is get the show on the road. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
How are you not happy getting to start your day with this amazing team? Just look at it, man.
By team, you mean me? I'll take
all
it.
of the voices in your head. All of them, we'll take it.
Because there's no downtime between segments, I always reach for my NutriBullet Flip because it keeps things ready and cold so that when I need to go, I can move. Yes, there's a round of applause or a resound right here in the kitchen too. Choosing between being on time and eating well, my terrible time management would say, choose the meal. But I always try to be on time and therefore need something super convenient and on the go. And that's why I go for smoothies. Well, the show might be done, but my day is just getting started. And I need a recharge, quite literally. So let's get into my second smoothie of the day. And I am on the go Monday to Friday. It just is nonstop. And having something as convenient as a blender on the go, but also a cup in and of itself, and it's insulated, makes my life so seamless. I don't even have to think twice in order to think about what am I going to eat, because it's all sorted right in my bag. The perfect smoothie. Blend done, NutriBullet Flip secured, radio's waiting, so let's hit the road. From studio to studio and show to show, it's really good to know that my smoothie is still holding it down. And listen, she's just as fresh as if I made it now, and that is the kind of backup that I need on days like this. Oh man, an absolute classic and just the right way to get kick-started, because heaven knows with Faith Evans is how we do. 8 minutes after 12 o'clock, welcome to it. It is the Lunch Club. Shout out to you Lunch Clubbers for always playing along. For a day that starts before the sun rises, I need the right tools to get me through. And that's exactly why I reach for my NutriBullet Flip. It matches the pace of my lifestyle. It's just blend, sip, and go. It really did make my life convenient. I thought you would be proud.
Excuse me, girl. Did you see that whole skinny walk down the sidewalk in slow motion?
You like it?
Does that mean this glow, this internal glow?
Honestly, the NutriBullet has changed my life because I can literally drink a smoothie in the morning and then at 4 o'clock when I need to pick me up. So I'm just like, this is the one. You'll have told me.
I love that, man.
Listen,
well
this
done,
is cool,
girl.
man. And I think this is something I want to jump on because it's got everything. It's like quick blends, these are quiet moments, and I think these are the little things that really make the biggest difference, as we can clearly see. So maybe you can experience that too, and you can stand a chance to win one of these NutriBullet Flips right now.
Oh, it's so worth it. Reply to the competition post on the Expresso socials, and then just tell us how the NutriBullet Flip insulated portable blender is going to level up your day.
And don't forget that hashtag NutriBullet Flip. Absolutely important. Comp closes on the 7th of July. Not a huge amount of time, but you can jump onto those T's and C's at expressoshow.com. Good luck.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and let me tell you, there's so much to look forward to. We've got great food and entertainment coming your way, but again, it's just gone past the hour, so official duties must commence. So let's give you some national headlines first, and Minister Ronald Lamola has urged global financial reform at the UN's Financing for Development Conference in Seville, Spain. Now, he said multilateral development banks must play a larger role in supporting sustainable investment through co-financing and capacity building. Bling. Now, at least 60 heads of state and 15,000 delegates attended the summit, and it was held at Europe Battles, held as a Europe Battles a record heat wave. Now, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres stressed global cooperation, though hopes were dampened by the US withdrawal and wealthy nations warning aid commitments. Now, Lamola called for tripling bank lending capacity. Now, next up, a 37-year-old woman has been arrested in Tafelsig for the alleged kidnapping of 9-day-old Mohammed Imad Sharma, and this was from Middelstad Mall in Bellville, Cape Town on Saturday. Now, police say the baby's mother briefly left him with the woman while using a bathroom, and on her return, both were gone. Now, the incident was reported to Bellville police, who traced the suspect to a residence in Tafelsig and recovered the child unharmed. Now, the suspect will appear in court soon. Well, we now move over to international headlines, and over 170 humanitarian organizations are calling for the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation's new US and Israeli-backed aid distribution system to be scrapped. Now, they say the private contractor-led method has contributed to the deaths of over 500 civilians, including children, near food drop zones. Now, the UN and Doctors Without Borders describe the system as dangerous and a breach of humanitarian neutrality. Now, mass casualties have surged since May, and the Israeli military has acknowledged harm to Palestinian civilians at aid centers and says new instructions have been issued after, and quote, lessons learned. Now, next up, India has deployed a team of geologists to Zambia, and that's to explore 9,000 square kilometers of mineral-rich terrain for copper and cobalt. Now, the move supports India's strategy to secure resources critical to its clean energy and tech sectors. Now, sources say the exploration will span 3 years, with most testing done in Indian labs. Now, pending results, India may seek a mining lease and invite private investment. Now, cobalt is vital for batteries, while copper is used across construction, electronics, and power infrastructure. Now, Zambia approved the agreement earlier this year. Now, lastly, in our headlines for this hour, the Miss France 2026 election is already shaping up to be historic. Now, Justine Martai is here to sparkle. And at the age of 44, she's vying for the Miss Corsica crown, proving that beauty pageants aren't just for the 20-somethings anymore. Now, since Miss France scrapped its under-25 rule in 2022, women like Justine and even 51-year-old Stephanie Ain are strutting into the spotlight, wrinkles and all. Now, Justine's campaign is more than lipstick and heels. It's a bold wink to everyone that told her that their time has passed. Now, with infectious joy, she's showing that dreams don't expire, they just get more fabulous. Now, win or not, she's already wearing confidence like a crown, and I think it suits her perfectly. Well, let's see who else got crowned in the world of sport, and here's G-Man with the latest.
Well, his crown is coming, my friend. Let's start with the Springbok news ahead of their first big test this weekend up against Italy. And Vincent Chatuka, he'll make his test debut as Jesse Creel captains the Springboks for the first time in a test. And that's in Saturday's clash with Italy, of course, in Pretoria. So Rassie has named a pretty seasoned squad featuring 13 of those players that dominated the Barbarians. Asiya Khaleesi sadly sidelined. That means Creel now becomes the 67th box skipper. Congratulations. And, of course, supported by the returning vice-captain, Irman Etzebeth. Great news there. And then, love this, Damian Willems also returns for his first appearance since the World Cup final. Had some very frustrating injuries. So good to see him back out there. Now, let's turn to football. At one point, the most expensive keeper in the world, Arsenal have signed goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga from Chelsea for a reported £5 million. The 30-year-old Spaniard, well, now still the world's most expensive keeper, in fact, did struggle to meet expectations at Stamford Bridge and spent recent seasons on loan at Real Madrid and then at Bournemouth. Now he joins as backup to David Raya and becomes Arsenal's first signing of the summer window. Now on to cricket. Wow, what a performance by the Proteas. Corbin Bosch delivered a rare all-round masterclass, hitting an unbeaten 100 and then taking 5 for 43 as the Proteas thrashed Zimbabwe by 328 runs in Bulawayo. The Proteas, they recovered from some early trouble to post a 418 for 9 declared, thanks to Luandre Pretorius' 153 and then Dival Brevis weighing in with 51. Then Vian Mulder's incredible 147 in the second innings set an unreachable 537-run target, sealing that victory yesterday on day 4. Now, things are heating up on and off the courts at Wimbledon. Top seed Yannick Sinner has sent out a message. He breezed past compatriot Luca Nardi 6-4, 6-3, 6-love in just 1 hour and 48 minutes to reach round 2 of Wimbledon. Untroubled by the heat, the world #1 dominated from start to finish. Despite a rather disappointing lead-up to Halle and no final appearances in 4 attempts, in fact, Sinner now faces Australia's Alexander Vukic on Thursday. Some incredible matchups throughout the day yesterday. I would track Wimbledon right now. In between the heat breaks, we are seeing next-level tennis. I think a new generation is putting their hand up. And that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's see if there are any incidents to report on out on the roads.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's get into our traffic for the first time this morning. There are just 2 places to touch down, and we start out in Gauteng in Johannesburg when an accident has occurred on the N12 westbound just before Galudi's interchange, resulting in the closure of the centre lane. Now, motorists should anticipate increasing congestion and proceed with caution if you're headed out in that affected area. Then let's head over to Cape Town in Century City, where congestion is currently being experienced on the N1. Due to rainy weather conditions, motorists are advised to maintain a safe following distance and exercise extreme caution while driving. Well, that is where we leave your roads. Let's check in with your weather. Well, the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 1 warning, and that's for damaging winds across the western interior of the Northern Cape, with risks of localized damage to settlements as well as runaway fires. Meanwhile, very cold, wet and windy conditions are expected from tomorrow across the western and central interior of the Western Cape. This is extending to the eastern interior by Friday. The southern Namakwa region will also be affected with icy weather forecasts along its western escarpment from Saturday and running through until Sunday. Now, small stock farmers and the public are advised to take the necessary precautions. Now let's head into that sunrise view of this hour sent through by Kyle Witboy out in Postmasburg, out in the Northern Cape, looking absolutely stunning. I love the fact that we get to see all parts of South Africa, and I'm telling you, the Northern Cape has never looked this good. So thank you so much, Kyle, for managing to snap a picture of your morning, and 23 degrees is what you can find on your side of town. But now let's get into your temperatures as you contemplate whether or not you should send your picture on 0630369649. And the answer is obviously absolutely.
Well, it's looking divine in the north, and I can't be more grateful for you sending those pictures through. And we've got one more round to go, so keep it coming and keep the bar going. We love these sunrises, and something I think you also might love is a lot of moolah in your pocket, and that could be you. You could be hitting it lucky by playing Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 for, get this, 44 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Wednesday. So you don't want to get left behind, and we want you to play the Lotto for an estimated 3 million rand, the Lotto Plus 1 for 23 million rand, and the Lotto Plus 2 for 8 18 million rand, all happening today. So literally just do the following. Buy your tickets now, and you can do it in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs. Now, we put all these details on Expresso's social media pages, so you could go check them out right now. That's how badly we want you to get this money. We want to make you a winner. So make sure you get yourself in the running to win big by playing Lotto, Lotto Plus 1, and Lotto Plus 2 for 44 million rand in total estimated jackpots, all happening today. Yeah, that's a lot of money. It's happening.
Yeah, it has actually.
Wow.
Yeah, what would you do with all that? Invite a lot of people to
I'd start a paddle.
I was
I'd
gonna
start a
say,
paddle franchise.
tournament. That's where the money is, isn't it? You know a bit about paddle.
Just a little bit.
Just winning money playing paddle. That I didn't realize that we're gonna paddle pause and create the perfect cup, because you can.
It really
That's
was
how we
a
do it.
perfect moment, man. You should take a page out of my book, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you in just a bit of Zanzibar. We did the paddle, and then we did a little bit of Zen finding.
I like this. Also, Craig Lucas is still around. Let's not forget the superstar is going to give us a wonderful performance with the best shoes in the country. I can't wait to get into all of that straight after this, Expresso fam.
Sniffles, sore throat, ain't nobody got time for that. Kick flu symptoms to the curb with Carenza Para-C. Fast relief that gets you back to bossing your day. Need a pick-me-up and a payday? Jump in on our competition. Answer the weekly question on Expresso's social pages using #AdcocOTCWinter, and you could pocket 2,000 Rand cash. Don't sleep on it. Entries close this Sunday. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, so I'm going to say this, guys, as the elder statesman here, okay? And this applies to you guys at home, okay? Winter is no excuse to slow down, all right? No, it's actually the perfect excuse. You can just pause, but you've got to do it the right way.
It's sage advice, I think.
And I think the right way would be when you are courtside. Not basketball, no, we're talking about padel, baby.
Padel.
Where Ryle served up a fresh way to stay warm, active, and energized this season.
I did.
Did you have a good time?
I had a fantastic time. This is my daily go-to. I loved it.
How good are you going to get at paddle? Are you going to do something with it? Come on,
Listen,
man.
if you don't see him on the show often anymore, we might have entered a new career.
There's opportunities, man. There's opportunities.
I'm telling you, it was an incredible opportunity to learn a lot of what I didn't know in the game. And let me tell you, the journey needs to continue. I got a little bit humbled, but wow, the coaches there were phenomenal. Perfect opportunity to learn, have some fun, escape the coldness of winter because it was indoors, and also had a beautiful moment to sip on the good stuff.
Just chill for just a moment. Let's take you courtside.
Hey, what's happening, Mzansi? Now listen, winter doesn't mean that we're going to slow things down. And if anything, we're going to have something fun and energizing to do right now. And we're talking about padel. So come and join me as I hopefully get some tips, meet some cool people and coaches, and learn more about this incredible game. And it is the heart of winter, but we're warming up from the inside, courtesy of Jacobs. Let's go. Cammy, how you doing, bro? Can we get playing, man? I'm so excited. Let's get warm first. That's great. All right, fair enough, right? What is getting on? Let's go. So, Cammy, who is paddle for, really? I mean, do you need to have any specific skill to play the sport, or can you come here with almost nothing and still have fun?
There's something that other sports haven't caught on to that I think paddle has brilliantly, and it's in involving your community. Not just your community and my community and his community and her community or whatever, it's everyone's community. It takes 4 players of all ages, all sizes, no matter where you come from, you can all play paddle. You can all start, and that's what I think is brilliant.
I love the fact that we are in the middle of winter, but it does not feel like it inside. Underneath the roof, this is quite a cool place to really get your fitness on as well, right?
No, 100%. I think that's also another great thing about paddle, is that it's indoor sport. Everyone thinks it's an outdoor sport. It's not. It's an indoor sport. So come winter, come autumn, come spring, come summer, come rain, come hail, you can play paddle.
We all know that winter gets super chilly and very cold, and all it does is make us want to snuggle up and tuck up underneath a blanket. But let me tell you, you want to get warm? Ditch the blanket and get out and do something fun like paddle. It is awesome. You've got a roof over your head, so you don't have to worry about the rain. You don't need any skill set whatsoever, just the ability to stand on your 2 feet and bring a lot of fierce, and I promise you, no matter what skill set or level you have, this is perfect for anybody who's ready to move and have fun. We're still on, we're still on! Yeah! I think especially if you're someone that is overwhelmed or intimidated about trying something new for the first time, paddle is probably the best thing that you could try. Why? The coaches are incredible, the people in the community are so much fun, and it's a no-pressure environment where you can just be you. I mean, how good does that sound? I really think that we underestimate the moments of polarity where we get to move intensely but also pause and reflect on that moment. I think this is what's highlighting the real balance missing in all of our lives, especially if you consider how fast-paced life is right now, how focused we are on one task at hand, that we forget to take moments to incorporate all that we've achieved, all that we've gotten through, and all that we've literally upskilled ourselves in, like paddle. So I think we need to take the moments to balance, to reflect, and allow yourself to celebrate the wins that you've definitely taken on in your life. It was perfect. We had him. We had him. We had him. Now listen, after all that action, I'm going to be unwinding with the Jacobs 3-in-1 mild. And I can't wait to really unwind with this moment. We're offering so much good flavor. It's mild, it's mellow, and it's a perfect comforter just for I get to reflect on all the good stuff that happened in my game. Oh, that's the moment right there. We absolutely earned this, and it's warm, it's inviting, and did I say convenient? The 3-in-1 really is that, especially for someone that is living that fast-paced life. I just need my sachet, some warm water, and we are sorted. My Jacobs moment can happen almost anywhere, whether I'm on the run, whether I'm looking for a moment to reflect, and I think after that game, I'm gonna reflect on all the good shots that I made. That was so much fun. And I mean, listen, from that fast-paced fun of paddle to the mellow vibes of Jacob's 3-in-1 mild, I think everything of today is just a reminder that winter is what you make of it. So get out there, go have some fun, meet incredible people, and don't forget to incorporate balance.
You've convinced me.
cool,
I need
right?
to try it out. I mean, come on. With the Jacobs in your bag,
You know
to
what
me,
I'm
that's
saying?
the incentive.
And the community is awesome. It
Honestly,
really
man.
is cool. I must say, like the times that we've shot and kind of connected with Padel, I've still yet to figure out what it's not quite tennis. It's not kind of table tennis. It's not squash. It's a little bit of everything.
You
But
know
it's
what paddle
paddle,
is?
man. It's
Paddle's
just paddle.
like a 3-in-1 activity, right?
Yeah.
It's meeting great people, lots of laughter, and making incredible memories while you do it. So 3-in-1, we got it.
Well, I'm going to make it 4-in-1 because you're going to stretch. Okay, stretch before and stretch after, and make sure you
Yes,
press.
essential.
Pause.
Oh, absolutely.
Creamy coffee in 3, 2, done. Jacob's 3-in-1. Wunderbar.
And as we sip our coffee, take a moment and pause over here. I think the brilliant soundtrack to all of this goodness has to be Mr. Craig Lucas. Please entertain us.
I'm Craig Lucas, and this is Love You for the Last Time. Bottoms up, I'm crying at a club, young and brokenhearted, dancing to Rihanna. I call you up, I'm feeling kinda dumb, and I wanna let you ruin my life. Oh, in 2020 hindsight, what a terrible choice. It's a shame I'm such a nice guy with a taste for terrible boys. He got me begging. Can we kiss and call it closure now? So we can touch and talk it over and if only tonight, just to say goodbye. Then let me love you for the last time. My therapist is getting kind of pissed. Never learned my lesson, been a couple sessions. I gotta quit, just another hit. No one ever has to know. Oh, in 2020 hindsight, what a terrible choice. It's a shame I'm such a nice guy with a taste for terrible boys. He got me begging. Can we kiss and call it closure now? See, we can touch and talk it over and if only tonight, just to say goodbye. Oh, let me love you for the last time. Let me love you for the last time. And why won't you let me? Why won't you let me? Why won't you let me love you for the last time? Can we kiss and call it closure now? And we can touch and talk it over. If only tonight, if only tonight. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Oh, let me love you for the last time.
Yeah.
Yes! I'm probably the biggest fan out here right now. Love everything about that tune. I can literally picture myself, a couple mates, road tripping and having the best time listening to this. So definitely get it on your playlist. And let me tell you, there's a lot more coming through your way. Craig Lucas is not going anywhere. And of course, neither is the appetite of your belly, because we still got a whole lot of Culinary Hotline Bling coming at you. And it's Lucian's turn to show off with something special. He's bringing a chicken curry, but it's award-winning, world-famous, apparently. So I can't wait for this one. I'm definitely hungry, and I hope you are too, Mzadzi. A whole lot of deliciousness. Craig Lucas, food, all coming your way. See you soon.
Nola does it all, and now you can too. Show us what you've got and stand a chance to win a Nola hamper worth 2,000 Rand, packed with Nola-inspired kitchen goodies. Simply try the Nola recipe featured on the Expresso morning show, post a photo or video of your dish to social media, tag Nola and Expresso, and include hashtag Nola does it all. Entries close Sunday, 6 July. T's and C's at expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We're back in the kitchen for the second part of our Come Dine With Me Culinary Hotline. Lena was in the kitchen here in the first part. Comments came through and says, the comments are like, Lena, you just read a book.
Yeah, I like to delegate.
You read a book and you were delegating very well. Lucian's in the kitchen with us now. Lucian, you've got some very exciting ingredients in front of you. What are we making?
Cool, so we're doing a very much Durban chicken curry.
Nice. So now, South Africa, if you want to be part of it, please do send us your voice notes. Lucian's answering questions, Lena's answering questions, I'm answering all your questions as well. Send your voice notes through to 063 036 9649. Okay, so we love a curry.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in the Expresso studios, I feel like we at least have like a curry once a week must be made in this kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking any of that inspiration for this curry, or is this 100% Lucian?
100% my mother, Isabel Albertine. So she basically showed me how to make food, and specifically this curry, but I add a little twist to it.
Nice.
Like you can never make the same food like your mother does it.
Right.
So there's something extra.
Some piuna?
Yes.
I love mushrooms.
Mushrooms, because a lot of people don't put mushrooms into their curries, but because you don't have a lot of chewing, you have that meat, either the chicken or potatoes, but the mushrooms are added a little chew.
Absolutely, and again, it brings a bit of that meaty texture to the dish as well. So, Lucian, let's begin. Cool. Lena, by the way, in this green pot, I'm assuming this is your...
Yeah, let's have a look.
It's a bietjie warm, pas op. Okay, here we go.
Baie warm.
Okay, so this is your beef that we spoke about earlier. So we're still going to be adding our tomato. In fact, can I go ahead and add the tomato?
Let's do it.
While I'm doing that, Lucian, you can kick off with your chicken curry.
Be your sous chef.
The one thing I noticed about your chicken curry, and I don't know if you're going to change it, but it's something that I do, and it's not traditional. I do a chicken curry with the skin on. I know
Me
that's
too.
Traditionally not, they take the skin off, but I feel like you get like extra richness from the
100%.
And it soaks in the flavors.
It's in the flavor. And fat carries flavor really well, so that extra
Like,
chicken
can you
fat
pass me
for the win.
The red thingy-majiggy.
Red thingy-majiggy.
Firstly,
Okay.
red is Lucian's favorite color. So
Red
this
is
combination. Turn it down.
Let me turn it down.
Turn it down a little bit. Other way, other way, other way.
No. Winning, that is the right way. So let's talk about this. The two of you are actually friends.
Yes.
Outside the office.
Correct.
Are we?
Okay.
Lay Lou food review.
The reason I'm asking is I want to know, have you ever cooked for each other?
Yes.
He's cooked, he's the king of chicken. He loves chicken.
All right, so chicken recipes.
So he knows what he's doing.
And in the friendship, what do you bring to the party?
What do I bring to the party?
Lena has cooked minced curry. She's a queen of minced curry.
And I love a minced curry. So you both tried each other's food then.
Yeah.
So if that was an indication about your cooking abilities, how were you feeling then with today's challenge?
Look, Shem, I maybe shouldn't have delegated, but but the truth is I do cook, so...
You do cook, okay.
Yeah.
And like Lucian, when growing up, was it always mom that did the cooking, or was it a bit of a shared job in the house when it came to cooking? Did you pick up the apron at any stage?
Only later in life.
Okay.
As a teenager, but not as a child. We were delegated to clean up.
All right.
So at the age of 5 years old, stand on the chair, do the dishes.
And were you as...
Stand on the chair.
Yeah, stand on the chair. 100%. Me and my older brother.
Were you as, how can I say this politely, as
help you.
Lucian-y at 5 years old?
I was Lucian. I was the naughty one. I'm the middle child.
You're the middle
The funny one.
We bring the problems.
All right.
Can I ask something?
Yes, of course you can.
You've used 2 different onions.
Yes.
What's-
So I love to use all 3 onions, the green, the yellow, and the red. And I mix it sometimes with
Oh, and the red.
my peppers. The onions are the red one and the standard white one.
I got you. Okay. And again, that's for you. Why did you do that? What was the reason for that?
It just also looks colorful into your curry and not just the standard, because a lot of people uses the yellow curry.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's yellow.
So it's about bringing some color.
Mine is more reddish.
Hence, being your favorite color.
Hence
Yes.
the glasses, hence the pot, hence the what.
The what's in the what. So we've got the onions and the peppers in, the oil and the garlic, and ginger. Just for the winter to fight the little colds and flus here and there.
That's true.
So now I'm actually very quick with my curry. So with my cloves.
You forgot your stick, your spoon.
Wow. Okay, so South Africa context. So Tiffany, our third contestant, has just walked in and brought in the stick. Can I have the stick? Can I talk to people?
Don't show it.
No, I'm going to.
Don't show
So
the
South
name.
Africa, if you ever wonder why we are so disciplined in studio, this is Lucian's punishment stick.
But also, it's 4.0.
This is
which
Lucifer
means there's
4.0.
3 others.
What happened to Lucifer 1, 2, and 3? Well, Ryle broke number 1, Graham number 2, and where's Carl? Exactly. This is number 4. Okay, so the discipline comes through swift and quickly. Okay, you think we have things good in studio? Here we go. Lucian. The truth is out now. South Africa knows about your punishment stick. Lucifer 4.0. Okay, Lucian, talk me through your dish.
So-
Peppers, onions. What's next?
So I throw my cloves in. I always count my cloves. When I make food for myself, I make a big pot, so I eat 2-3 days from it, but in small portions.
Okay.
So when I know I throw 5 cloves in, I know 5 is to be expected, so I don't chew on them. So
there we go.
But because this is a big pot and we are a big group, I'm gonna throw a little bit more.
Okay.
So that's 5 in my hand right now.
But he did tell me yesterday he's going to take his food home with him. He said, it's a fucking
But I got backing.
But the control room might
There we
take
go.
it
Okay.
Hold on.
So from the control room, they are saying it's just been utter chaos today. That's been smelling amazing. Lucian's going to get his chicken into the pot. We're going to continue making this amazing curry. In part 3, we will have Lena's tomato breedy and Lucian's chicken to present to you. Tiffany's going to be coming in, and Tiffany's going to be making what she promises to
Are
be.
we out of time?
We are almost out of time.
And
Tiffany
you're asking me
promises
for-
to
No.
bring... Can
Wait,
I talk in the... Whoa.
My studio, where my stick?
Where's
So
your
I brought my
studio?
own spices, y'all, if you guys can see that.
In your red
Camera
cup.
two.
Where from are the spices? You smell it.
So we have the Thai
From
7.
the storeroom.
South Africa.
Smoked paprika
I
and chili.
apologize. I apologize. The order is gone. So we're going to continue making Lucian's curry. The tomato brie is almost done. Tiffany's coming in for what promises to be a sensational blueberry cheesecake.
It's the winning dish, yeah.
It's the winning dish, we said.
Give it 30 seconds quickly. Let me just say this.
Okay, Lucian's got 30 seconds.
So,
Carissa,
cardamom,
help a friend.
Quickly cardamom. I normally open the cardamom. So if you don't chew, that's bearable to chew on.
Right.
Because if you actually just eat the full, that is not, you know,
That's true.
it changes
The grenade.
it changes the equilibrium in your mouth, and we're not about that life.
So we're crushing it. Lucian's top tip, crush your cardamom before you put it into the dish.
Open
I love
it up.
that.
The pips are the flavor.
South Africa, you're gonna want to come back for more tips. So make sure you stay tuned for part 3 of the Culinary Hotline. Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
Help me. Help me.
Where's my stick?
A curry in a hurry, but let me tell you, Lucian, I absolutely agree with you. We are not about that life. I don't want to get that chew in my mouth either. Well, listen, we're going to turn things up a little bit, and this week's top pick is from the Handy Hero Pros at Build It George. And I know you're looking to bring on some inspiration, spruce up your place, so why not do the following, right? Use Plascon Polven, because it's an all-rounder that's trusted for everything from crisp interior walls to weather-ready exteriors and even ceilings. Yeah, it's like a do-it-all. And it's the store's most asked for paint. And once you try it, you'll definitely understand and know why. Now, this is their DIY tip of the week. So please do also, and this is what they've added, plan before you paint. Now, a solid game plan cuts down on mess, stress, and surprise trips back to the store to get those last-minute bits. But for now, though, here's every bit of inspiration that you need to spruce up your sanctuary.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Build It George in the Western Cape.
We're a family-owned business. We've been in operation for over 16 years here in George. And yeah, we've got a hard set on the community and just building for the next generation. Our staff is really what makes us proud. The passion that they bring and the energy that they bring to our team is just fantastic, and just building with them for their next generations as well is something that's close to us. Our customers range from just the weekend DIYer to the building contractor, and as well as the handyman. And whatever it may be, we cater a wide range. We've got a very large DIY offering, as well as catering for the full spectrum in the building side of things. I love that our customer base is such a diverse range. So many different customers walking in our front door and just listening to their stories and their passion. It's just awesome. As paint specialists, we cater for the wide range of Plascon customers. And we also cover the full range of authentic Plascon brands.
What I love about the Plascon brand, it's a paint that you can do anything with. It's a quality paint. It's got a proper price point as well. You can do anything from your smallest project to your largest development. My favorite Plascon product is Plascon Polven. It's a paint that you can virtually do anything with. You can do interior and exterior paint with it. You can paint your ceilings. It's got a very good price point, and it's by far the most requested paint in our store. For your DIY, your most important thing that you can do is plan it properly. It'll save you a lot of time and a lot of energy, and also save you money.
Today's Handy Heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
We do got this.
And I can hear Lena's voice upstairs. So Lena's got this again, but she will be coming back to the kitchen in just a moment. She is a little bit out of breath. I kind of feel like I should stand next to her and just talk in her ear the whole time, because that's what she does to us. Now, we'd be lost without that voice in our ear, trust me. And of course, yes, we'll continue with our Come Dine With Me, the Expresso edition in just a moment. Then Carl might not look like the most outdoorsy person. In fact, we saw him outdoors.
In loafers and a lovely
Glammed up,
jersey.
yo. But he's going to find out just how easy and wonderful outdoor living can actually be.
I can't wait to see that in action. And then, speaking about the outdoors, we're going to take it indoors and look at a beautiful table setting. It's neutrals, it's simple, but of course sophisticated. And we'll show you exactly how to make that after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. Yep, we do have established that winter's not the time to get lazy, okay? Just because it's cold outdoors doesn't mean you mustn't get outdoors and start working on that outdoor space. And you have an opportunity now because no one's coming over.
Yeah, man.
You can turn it into something extraordinary.
Time to work, people. Let's get at it. Let's talk about building a sanctuary. And I think at Leroy Merlin Centurion, inspiration grows in every aisle. We're talking about everything from landscaping must-haves to clever design solutions. I think it's time for us to take a stroll through the place and see what's great about maybe making gardens great again.
I'm ready to start gardening.
Sounds good.
Whether you're dreaming of a lush backyard or maybe just a cozy patio, Leroy Merlin Centurion is your one-stop shop landscaping heaven. And hey, my feel-good family, this is where we explore how to make that outdoor living bloom with style, ease, and just a touch of inspiration. This landscaping department is amazing, almost majestic, dude. Tell me, what kind of support do you guys offer your Leroy Merlin customers walking into this place?
So we offer a complete full solution for your landscaping needs. Obviously, something new to Centurion that we don't have in our other stores is a new project that we worked on behind us. We offer the full solution from your flooring solutions all the way up into your decking, up into your fencing solutions. So you come in store, we advise you and we offer installation, get it delivered at home, and you can complete your whole solution with us.
One thing I noticed as soon as I walked into the landscaping department is the drive-through yard. Tell me, how does that work for your customers? What is the process as you get there?
As a contractor or even just as a normal customer, you can come into our store, come through the drive-through with your bakkie or your truck, and pick up the building materials that you need to complete your project. One of our sales consultants will assist you with that. We have a small boutique in the store as well for all your construction needs if you need to pick up some accessories or anything like that. We scan the products for you and then you exit the building yard. So it's convenient. You hardly have to get out of your vehicle and you can have your full solution just driving through the store and browsing the products.
Dean, if there's anything that I've learned is that you guys have made it so easy for customers to walk in here and really make their dreams a reality. The landscaping department is amazing, man.
Definitely. I think we cater for all different product ranges for your beginners, for your intermediate users, as well as for your advanced landscapers. So we have our own brands in store that obviously cater for all your needs as well as local products. So we really urge customers to come through and have a look at the range, and it's really for anybody that's looking to do some landscaping in their garden.
The reason why Leroy Merlin makes it so easy to tackle those outdoor projects is because if you look in the departments, everything is separated into categories. So you're walking in here with a list and you're walking out here with a shopping cart full of the things that you need. If I could pick any plant or feature that I'd add to my home, it's definitely the outdoor living furniture. It's something that I've always wanted on my patio. And Leroy Merlin really has a range of different versions, from a wood texture style to something that is more steel-based. An opportunity to make your garden a dream and a reality. I'm a Leroy Merlin customer, and one thing I want in my garden is a lot of beauty, but I'm also on a budget. What would be your recommendations in this landscaping department for a customer like myself?
So I think if you're on a budget, somewhere to start off with is to create small zones within your garden, not necessarily using the whole garden, but create small zones in your garden where you can actually use the solutions that we've got here, from pebbles, pavers, as well as different plants, to create small areas that look beautiful and make your home look beautiful.
Dean, I want you to teach me to pot like a pro, please. I'm really bad at it.
I think to start off with, obviously what you need is a pot with good drainage. So it's essential when you're doing your potting. Then of course you need your plant. So that's going to go straight into the pot. Next thing, we've got some potting soil over here that you could use. So you need to have potting soil as well as some bone meal. So we've got these two products that you put in. So your plant goes in first, your potting soil and your bone meal goes in. We've got a Geolia spade over here that you can use to actually scoop the product up. Something very important is your liquid fertilizer. That's very important to put in once you've done your potting soil and your bone meal. And then lastly, for decoration, if you want some bark nuggets that you can put above the plant once it's in the pot. It's very essential as well that once the plant is in, that you continue watering the plant as it needs.
Some top tips from you, Dean, as to how it would be easy for a small garden to feel a little bit more lush.
Yeah, so I think if you've got a small garden, something that we try to encourage is that you use your size vertically in your garden, maybe using a wall to go up, not spreading everything all over the place, but maybe focusing on specific areas in your actual garden.
I'm a beginner, man. What kind of special tip would you give for any beginner kind of walking into their garden and saying, I want to make this place really beautiful?
Yeah, so I think what you can use is the use of water, essential as well, maybe some water features within your garden, as well as outdoor lighting. That always elevates your garden as well.
Okay, Dean, I think you've turned these very basic green fingers into Leroy Merlin fingers. This is for me. Thank you so much for the top tips. I'm gonna go make my garden beautiful. Thank you. From potted plants to patio perfection, Leroy Merlin Centurion is your one-stop shop landscaping heaven. And hey, this is where you make your gardens bloom. So come along, visit us in store, or you can go online at www.leroymerlin.co.za and let's make those gardens of your dreams a reality.
Well, Kyle has found his, and I think I'm finding mine. Have you found your outdoor vision? Hopefully we've planted the seed. Leroy Merlin Centurion, absolutely brilliant. They'll help bring it to life with everything from the statement plants to some really smart outdoor storage, some great ideas, in fact, plus a handy drive-through yard to make pickups really quick and easy. They are ticking a lot of boxes here. So you can go and visit the brand new Centurion store yourself, or you can just shop online at any time that suits at leroymerlin.co.za, and you will find a lot more inspiration there. Turning your outdoor dream into a reality starts right here.
All right, now we're going from the outdoors to the indoors because look at the goodness that we've got going right here, courtesy of our family over at Woolworths. And we want you to step into a world where simplicity meets sophistication. So today we're styling a dining table that embraces a neutral tonal palette, calm and refined, but with brimming warmth and also texture. I think it really brings a timelessness style to any gathering that you might have.
I love what you're talking about right now. Now I want you to think about the following, Mzansi. Soft beiges, warm topaze, neutral lines, earth tones. That's all what's coming together in this perfect harmony. And it looks like something that we can create to bring on a serene and inviting atmosphere. This is ideal for everything from laid-back brunches, surprise moments, and I think just creating something special out of dining. And just by the look of it, I think it's most important. But for you, when it comes to setting up a table or hosting on duties, how do you start off with laying out the table? Is there like a system?
I think there's a system. First of all, we've got to pick the location and then also the kind of table. Are we doing the square? Are we doing the circle? So I've got one of these circle tables at home, and I have to start with a tablecloth. I think it just kind of brings everything together, and also you don't have to worry about the top of your table, what it looks like.
Hide the mess.
Hide the mess, or even your legs if they're looking a little cranky. Put a beautiful tablecloth over it, and this is a white one, sure, but it's got these beautiful frayed edges, which you can see a little bit later, picks up on the napkins too. So it kind of ties everything together.
I like that a lot because it's almost like a timeless sort of accent that you're adding to it, because it gives that rustic feel, it gives a bit of boho, but in this setting it kind of completely changes and gives a bit of opulence as well. So
I would
it works.
agree. It's sophistication like you haven't seen it before, because we are used to white, but let's take it to the next level. And when I see something like this, Raul, I'm imagining, I know we've got a couple of table settings, but you and Mal, would you do something like this for her? A bit of a surprise?
Literally, this is like screaming nature boy, and I think a spread like this in the garden, making a picnic version of this, or just a table outside on a patio, you would literally see me. I mean, I had my sister and a few of like close friends by, and we did something so similar on the weekend. So right up nature boy's alley, of course. And it's the colors, it's the tones for me. It's that ode to nature that I'm really loving about it.
100%.
And that's what's happening here.
Yeah, this has been a trend with Woolworths for the past while. So when you look at the individual items, of course, I mentioned the tablecloth, that even with the material and texture, it does have that bit of a rustic feel. This is the white Castello frayed tablecloth, so it kind of brings it all together. And then you can't forget the table runner.
Yes.
This definitely adds another level to it, because it's not just white. We're adding some texture and we're adding some beautiful color in this
and I think this thing is made from paper, so it's literally giving you that authentic feel as well. It's not just decor, it's actually a mood. It actually invites you into the experience of being outdoors. And then from there, you can start laying it up. And I would imagine start with your dishes, start with your plates, start with your dinnerware, and these are stackable, which I absolutely love. So again, if you don't have a lot of space in your home, because a lot of us are like in tiny homes, tiny spaces,
especially
but we're
in
making
the
and we're making the most of that though. So still being able to host a big dinner means that I can fit all the cutlery and everything in everybody's space, which
This
is
is what
perfect.
I'm saying. And then when
Yeah.
you think about starter, main, dessert, which, yes, will be served today on our culinary
nice.
hotline, we have all three of those plates going. And then we move on to the cutlery. Now, this is cutlery like you haven't seen in a while. It's got like a vintage feel to it. You can see it's like 50s or 70s inspired.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And it's stainless steel as well, so it will last incredibly long. I would recommend hand washing them, though, but it definitely is dinnerware that will last for quite some time.
I think on top of that, we got to bring in some color, right? So I truly believe that amber is the color of this season. These are warm amber hammered glasswares that we are putting on display here. Something that I think just invites that extra warmth. We are in winter, we are in those colder months. So just to warm up the atmosphere a little bit, I think you can't go wrong with beige. It's
You
the
can't.
season.
It's amber, and it's the perfect sort of tone to go with everything else, whether you're adding some green, adding some wood as well. With, I mean, we were obsessing over this a little bit earlier. Just adding a table piece to it, and then you bring in nature again, right? And then you just add some eucalyptus. You don't have to do much. Just put it right there.
What is this like the final touch?
The
like
final
nature's touch
there
right
you
there.
go.
Ooh, yeah.
And it
I like
brings
what
it all
you've done.
together.
Ah.
All right, well
Look at
done.
that. Hey, look at that. It's the small things that count, and I think that's what it's about. Bring the outdoors in a way that invites you. Bring the warmth through with amber and beige. Get some tonality through with some of the runners and some of the textures from your napkins, and you've literally got a whole vibe right there.
I'm telling the vibes are vibing right now, and especially in light of our culinary hotline that's happening today. These thoughtful details with harmonious flow really makes everyone just feel instantly at home, which as a host, that is exactly what you want to do. So you can go ahead and shop all of this homeware at Woolworths, online, in-store, and of course on the app.
Wow, our culinary hotline edition of Come Dine With Me. South Africa is heating up. Normally at this stage, Tiffy, who's working really hard next to me here, would be shouting, no, it's super simple. You just put this and this and this. I'm not even going to attempt that with her right now because she is going to put the cherry on the top, literally. Well, actually, the blueberry. We're going to round off what looks like the most exquisite menu, proper haze course. Absolutely loving it with her trademark. Look at that. Blueberry cheesecake on another level. Normally you'd say that looks store-bought, but I don't think you would even find something that beautiful in a store. This is bespoke, and we are going to make it. Well, Tip is going to make it for you after this. Maybe for us as well.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Listen, we've been having the time of our lives. We did some dining wear, but the cooking was not us today.
Nah.
I wasn't trying to be in the kitchen today.
Now, we've got some special guests here. It's obviously our culinary conundrum. It is the Come Dine With Me Expresso edition, and we had our absolute favorites showing off. But we asked you the question that if you were hosting your own Come Dine With Me with some colleagues, with some friends, what's the one dish or dessert that you'd make to impress? And I hope you all have come through. We got Geraldine Cupido. Family?
Hello, family. I'll claim you. I'll claim you.
Well, Carissa's family is saying, good morning, everyone. I'll make lasagna and a ginger boiled pudding and custard. Serve it with some red wine. Hang on. Talk to me about this ginger boiled pudding and custard.
Listen, Auntie Geraldine, I've had it. It's nice. I like Auntie Geraldine's boiled ginger pudding. It's yummy. I love it. Let's see what else you had to say, Expresso fam. We also got in touch with Selane Rosie, oxtail and malva pudding.
Oh, my word. That is a combo like no other. You just need a lot of time for that, but I can't wait to tuck into that. That'll be amazing. Makwanda Mbulawa says, good morning, Expresso. I would definitely make, bar one chocolate cake with vanilla ice cream. Okay, Makwanda, you're just showing off now. That sounds amazing. Yeah.
You said you'd make protein.
I'd make protein, yes.
We'd make a great team because I'd make the veggies.
Oh, perfect. Now we just got to find someone to like make a little bit like a little side fat for us or something.
I think I got the right man, but I'll tell you about him in a bit.
All right,
Natasha's saying peppermint tart. I enjoy making peppermint tart because friends and family that tasted my peppermint tart loved it. It's my most favorite dessert to make for special occasions.
I think that really is the stamp of approval. If your friends and family are saying yay, then of course it is a winner. And we've still got a lot to discuss in our kitchen because, yes, look who's standing by. We've got Tiffany and Lucian finishing off a chicken curry, and then we're still going to talk about dessert, which I believe Tiff's bringing through. So cannot wait to tuck into that.
Oh my goodness, I'm telling you right now, I want to know what G-Man would bring to the table because we've got the protein and the veggies sorted. He's about to give you your news.
What you got, bro?
But what you got?
It's the 3 Ps, guys. Protein, protein, and protein. Then we are sorted. Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, the menu is looking amazing. And before we get too distracted, it is almost 8 o'clock, 2 minutes to. Let's dive into our national news first. Now, the Nelson Mandela Metro hosted a small, medium, and micro enterprises summit in Gqeberha to boost local economic growth. Over 350 entrepreneurs gathered to connect with investors and governments, exploring funding opportunities, job creation, and skills development. And the Metro's MMC for Economic Development, Basi Kumana, says supporting these enterprises is key to driving inclusive growth. And encouragingly, 54% of businesses registered with the Metro's entrepreneurship desk, and they are women-owned. That is great news. The municipality has pledged ongoing support, recognizing small businesses as the backbone of job creation and community development. Now, staying here in South Africa, Minister Ronald Lamola has urged global financial reform at the UN's Financing for Development conference in Seville, Spain. So he said multilateral development banks must play a larger role in supporting sustainable investment through co-financing and capacity building. Now, at least 60 heads of state and 15,000 delegates attend the summit, held as Europe battles a record heatwave right now. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres stressed global cooperation, though hopes were dampened by the US withdrawal and wealthy nations waning aid commitments right now. Lamola called for tripling bank lending capacity. Now, certainly underpinning that notion as we continue surging into international news now as conflict once again surged in the eastern Congo, the U.S. government cancelled a contract to supply 100,000 post-rape emergency kits, leaving health centers without critical HIV, STI and pregnancy prevention treatments. Now, aid agencies and the UN say the decision has worsened suffering in areas overrun by Rwanda-backed M23 rebels. In fact, over 67,000 rape cases have been reported this year alone, with many more likely going unreported. Sexual violence as a weapon of war in the Congo has been widely documented by generations of UN experts and aid groups. Now, speaking of, over 170 humanitarian organizations are now calling for the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation's new US and Israeli-backed aid distribution system to be scrapped. They say the private contractor-led method has contributed to the deaths of over 500 civilians, including children, near food drop zones. The UN and Doctors Without Borders describe the system as dangerous and a breach of humanitarian neutrality. Mass casualties have surged since May this year. The Israeli military has acknowledged harm to Palestinian civilians at aid centers and says new instructions have been issued after lessons learned. Now, let's flip the script just a little bit to round off with a story that I think is going to make a legion of fans excited. BTS are back, baby. After completing their military service, all 7 members of the record-breaking South Korean pop group have reunited. Obviously thrilling fans with news of a fresh album and a world tour. I have a feeling this might be the greatest selling album of all time. You can bet me on that. During their first live stream in nearly 2 years, they confirmed they'll begin working on new music in the US this month, with a full-length album set for release in the spring of 2026. And a global tour will then follow, of course, in their first since 2022's Permission to Dance. And the band says the project will reflect their original spirit, reigniting the passion that made them global icons and the world's best-selling music act in 2020 and 2021. Let's check them out next year. Fans rejoice. Your boys are back in sync and ready to take off. And that's where we leave our news for now. Let's get a little quick sporting roundup.
And we've got more boys back when it comes to the SA rugby team. We'll be talking about Vincent Chituka, who will make his test debut as Jesse Creel captains the Springboks for the first time in a test in Saturday's clash with Italy in Pretoria. Now, Rassie Erasmus named a seasoned squad featuring 13 players from the Barbarians win. And with Siya Kolisi sidelined, Creel becomes the 67th box skipper, supported by returning vice-captain Eben Etzebeth. Now, Damian Willemse also returns for his first appearance since the World Cup final. Well, from rugby, we move to football, and Arsenal have signed goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga all the way from Chelsea for a reported £5 million. And this is for the 30-year-old Spaniard, who's still the world's most expensive keeper, but he struggled to meet expectations at Stamford Bridge, and thus spending the recent seasons on loan at Real Madrid and Bournemouth. Now he joins as backup to David Raya and becomes Arsenal's first signing of the summer window. Well, cricket's up next, and Corbin Bosch delivered a rare all-round masterclass, hitting an unbeaten 100 and taking 5 wickets for 43 runs as the Proteas thrashed Zimbabwe by 328 runs in Bulawayo. Now, the Proteas recovered from early trouble to post 418 for 9 and then declared. And thanks to Luandre Pretorius' 153-run innings and Devalt Brevi's 51 runs. Now, Vian Mulder's 147 in the second innings set an unreachable 537-run target, sealing victory on day 4 with an extra day to spare. Now, lastly, in all things sport, we move to tennis, and top seed Yannick Sinner breezed past compatriot Luca Nardi 6-4, 6-3, 6-0 in just 1 hour, 48 minutes, and that was to reach round 2 at Wimbledon. Now, untroubled by the heat, the world #1 dominated from start to finish. And despite a disappointing lead-up at Hell and no final appearances in 4 attempts, Sinner now faces Australia's Alexander Vukic, all to take place on Thursday. Well, it's a roundup of all things sport. We'll do it all again tomorrow, but many of you heading out on the roads, so let's see how we can assist you when it comes to traffic.
Thank you so much, Ryle. Let's get into your roads for the final time this morning. Out in Gauteng in Tembisa, traffic is extremely slow moving along the R21 northbound as a result of continued roadworks. Now, lanes are restricted, so please exercise caution and make use of an alternative route where possible. Now, let's see what's happening in Cape Town. While motorists can expect delays when making use of the M5 as a result of congestion at the N2 inbound ramp, please remain cautious while driving and, of course, remember to buckle up wherever you're headed. Well, that is where we leave your roads for this morning. Let's have a final look at your weather. Well, in your weather news, the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 1 warning for damaging winds across the western interior of the Northern Cape, with risks of localized damage to settlements as well as runaway fires. Meanwhile, very cold, wet and windy conditions are expected from tomorrow across the western and central interior of the Western Cape, extending to the eastern interior by Friday. Now, the southern Namakwa region will also be affected with icy weather forecasts along its western escarpment from Saturday and last all the way through till Sunday. Small stock farmers and the public are advised to take the necessary precautions to these warnings. Let's check in with that final sunrise view of the hour. And I'm just saying, I think we saved the best for last. Lani from Leandra out in Mpumalanga shared this gorgeous morning view with us. I'm imagining that you're on the road somewhere and you decided, you know what, my Expresso fam deserves to enjoy this morning along with me. And Lani, I will tell you that that is a gorgeous morning view. And thank you for showing us what Mpumalanga looks like at this time of the morning. We do it all again tomorrow between 6, 7 and 8 o'clock. So snap away and share your morning view with us on 063-0369649 as we have a final peek at your temperatures.
Our mixed bag of temperatures out there. Let's hope this can inspire you, well, for the rest of your life, really. You could hit it very lucky. If you play Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 today, because there is 44 million rand sitting in that estimated jackpot this Wednesday. Come on. So please don't get left behind. You can play Lotto for an estimated 3 million. Lotto Plus 1 has 23 million in the kitty. Then Lotto Plus 2, we're going to throw a further 18 million rand in today. So you go and get your tickets as soon as they open in store. You can go online right now, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking setup, or you can dial *120 *7529# for all the USSD. Super, super easy. We'll make it even easier by keeping the details on our social media pages so you can go and check them out and then win big. Oh man, Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 weighing in at 44 million rand in that total estimated jackpot today. Good luck. Not all the luck, but good luck. Okay, but I want you to stick around for the next hour because we're having a lot of fun.
Yep. Cue the fun. No, it's not me, don't worry. It gets even better because we're going to have a jewel right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We try to put Craig Lucas under pressure, and clearly performing live on TV this hour of the morning is no pressure for him whatsoever. So we thought, let's try put him under a quick fire round and see if he can deal with that pressure. I'm sure he's going to smoke it, and you're going to have first row seats to see that. And then also, we got to talk about something. Listen, the only croissant that you should be getting, the croissant of all croissants, it's coming through from Woolworths, and we've got the plug on exactly how to make it the best thing you've ever had in the world of croissants. Yeah, I'm talking about the one and only. So don't go anywhere, Mzansi. A lot of fun is going down right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll see you around the corner.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, welcome back, Mzansi, your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And with this superstar here, you know you're about to feel even better because we have to somehow put him under pressure, and we couldn't figure out how because he just serves, he entertains on live TV. That's not a thing for him. So maybe a quick fire round of questions will do. You ready, bro?
I'll try my best.
Under pressure, ding, 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 ding. Okay, I'll go ahead and start. How about a song you've had on repeat lately?
Hammer by Lord.
How does it go?
Nice.
I don't know that one.
Literally just goes. Boom, 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 boom.
That's not
I believe you.
Go check it out if you want to. Okay, wait, bro. A dream collaboration.
Ami Faku, I think she's the most incredible singer in the world. Her voice is so beautiful. So, yeah, I'd love to get on the track with
Oh, I can't
Ami.
wait.
Yo, guys, go
2025
check
is
her
not
out
over
as well.
yet.
Yeah.
Also, she's got like this gentle, confident spirit.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
ooh,
beautiful. She's
Your
one of
energies would actually work so well together.
Yes, you're
I love
right.
her. I'm her
see
biggest fan. So.
Okay,
yeah.
so we've heard all about your new
Fingers
EP.
crossed.
It's going to happen, don't worry. We've said it, so therefore it will come true. Favorite lyric from your new EP?
Ooh.
Okay, this is a
It's a family show,
It's
right?
a family show.
Yeah. Just remember.
Damn, that's really hard. My therapist is getting kind of pissed. Never learned my lesson. Been a couple sessions.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure.
the most PG.
And relatable.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
There
you. I know
are
that.
a couple less PG lines on there that I think are better, but we'll say that. Go listen to the EP.
I saw his mind working like, oh no, we can't say that one. No, we can't say that. No, we can't say that one. Okay, bro, if you, well, you sent a lot, I'm sure you still send texts or messages. What was the last one you sent and what did it say and to who?
It was just a meme of a very disheveled cat this morning to my friend to show that I'd woken up really early.
Was that you? Were you the...
I was the cat, yeah.
That's cute. Well, meow. How did you even prepare your vocals for this early in the morning? Because you were hitting notes that I haven't even heard.
Yeah, no, I do some vocal warm-ups. Luckily, it's a nice long drive, so I make sure to do some warm-ups and just drink lots of water.
Right. That's nice.
Yeah, we have to. It's very early. Otherwise, I'm going to sound like crap.
Oh, and they'll be like, that's not Craig
Yeah.
Lucas. What do you mean? Well, Craig, I will say you have fans in both of us, and I'm sure the whole
no, thank you.
So what's one thing that we don't know about you?
You might not know that I'm studying my PhD. I started that this year. It's been keeping me very busy. It's really stressful. Everyone told me it was going to be stressful. I didn't believe them. It's so stressful.
What are you studying?
Development studies. So it's
amazing.
like a cross between economics, politics, sociology.
Incredible. And you're traveling.
And I'm traveling, yeah. So for my PhD, I'm going to India on Friday for a month, which I'm quite excited about.
Thanks for stopping by.
So
My
this
goodness.
is obviously like an alter ego passion that we don't get to see on the music side?
Yeah, it is, but it also kind of aligns. You know, doing music, I've gotten to do a lot of cool community stuff. And I just thought, let me kind of empower myself so that I can do that more effectively.
Yeah.
So it all moves to the same point.
All about purpose.
I'm picturing these puzzle pieces coming together and the impact that you'll be creating. Whoa. Yes, please.
And good luck.
This is a simple
thank
one,
you.
though. I know for this time of the day it might be a different answer, but just in general, coffee or wine? If you have
Coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All day.
We dropped the
all
wine a bit ago,
night.
no?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
So how long has it been?
3.5 years.
Nice, bro. Well done,
yeah,
man.
thank you. I think I'm overdoing it on the coffee, though, but I'm like, I'm allowed one vice, right?
No, bro, you heard that, man.
I'm allowed one
100%.
vice.
How about your favorite emoji that you use?
Okay, PG.
Yeah, wait. I was just going to say, hang on a second. Which fruit's coming?
No vegetables allowed.
Favorite emoji, the cat, in love cat emoji.
Oh, that's cute. That's
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool. I was picturing. Okay, I'm not going to say it.
okay.
Let's just keep moving. This is quite a cool one. Would you rather live in South Africa and create music as much as you want, or travel the world without being able to create it at all?
No, I'd much rather live in South Africa and create music.
I think
For
we all
sure.
would prefer that as well.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you.
sure. It's the thing that makes me the happiest in the world. So.
Yeah, and you travel with it anyway, all
Yeah.
your studies, so you get to see the
Yeah.
world regardless, right?
Exactly.
One word to describe Tip of My Tongue, your EP.
Sure.
Fearless.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like that.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
I love that. And if you would, what would you be doing? Or what would you be if you weren't Craig Lucas, the musician?
Oh.
So I always wanted to just be a songwriter. I know it's still sort of in the same world, but I'd probably be a writer of sorts.
Okay.
I'd also probably be an academic. I'm enjoying my studies, as stressful as it is. So it's not something I'm feeling that's burdensome.
Right.
So I probably would have ended up in academia just because it's like it's a job, but it's less strict than corporate, and I don't think I would do very well in corporate.
I would love to ask you on that note, man, because there are so many people that resonate with you, with your music, and I think especially what you're doing right now, this hustle of chasing your passion, but then there's also another passion that you're wanting to upskill yourself with. How do you find, what advice would you have for people that I'm sure are inevitably struggling to juggle that, struggling to deal with that, and questioning whether they should push through or not?
Yeah, I'm still struggling to juggle. I think I'm very impulsive. I just do, and I figure it out later.
Okay.
But with my PhD, for instance, I ended up changing the topic that I initially was going to go with because it was one I wasn't enjoying. So now it's something that I'm enjoying, and it's just making it a lot easier. So I think it's just to find joy in what you're doing and chase that. And not go get a PhD for the sake of getting a PhD, because then you're going to be really miserable.
For a couple of years, no?
For a couple of years, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was a tough decision. It set me back a couple of months, but I was like, no, I've got to do a topic that's of interest to me, so that even in those times when it gets really difficult, I literally sit there and I'm like, but this is cool though, you know, I'm enjoying what I'm learning.
Stimulates you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think just to find something that's meaningful to you, that's going to kind of carry you through whenever it eventually will get difficult, because it will.
Nice. Well done, Craig. Quick question, one answer only. How many tattoos do you have?
Oh, I would 50-something.
50-something tattoos. That is incredible. We can't wait to see more on your beautiful body right now, though. Take your body over that side. No, family show, family show. Take your body over that side and perform something beautiful for us, Craig Lucas. We love you. And thanks for stopping by before heading to India.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Ooh, I'm excited for this one.
Made themselves so vulnerable to us. We can't be more grateful for a time where we resonate with artists. It allows us to, I think therapy is an understatement, because it allows us to process so much. And I'm really grateful for all the artists that are coming here and doing exactly that. So this is our moment where we get to celebrate Craig Lucas, and so do you, Mzansi. So stand by for his magic, because here he is.
This is yours from my upcoming EP, Tip of My Tongue. I hold my breath on nights like this. I miss my brother walking through the kitchen doors. I feel survivor's guilt. I wish it was me instead of you. And I carried the world on my shoulders since I was 17. Bear the weight of the trauma until it buried me. But just for a moment, when he holds me right where I come apart, like he knows me, we dancing in the dark, it's unholy. And I wanna know you. Let me take off your shirt and unfold you. Show me where it hurts. I told you, I told you, I told you, I told you that I am yours. That I'm just a boy so young and naive, left by my dad when he loaded the gun, put it straight to his head, pull the trigger in front of my mother. And ever since that summer, a violent storm began to rage in
inside of me, inside of me. And I carried the shame of my father and all he could have been, bear the pain of my mother and every broken dream. But just for a moment, when he holds me right where I come apart, like he knows me, we dancing in the darkest and holy, holy. And I wanna know you. Let me take off your shirt and unfold you. Show me where it hurts. I told you that I am yours. That I am yours.
Thank you.
Nola does it all, and now you can too. Show us what you've got and stand a chance to win a Nola hamper worth 2,000 Rand, packed with Nola-inspired kitchen goodies. Simply try the Nola recipe featured on the Expresso morning show, post a photo or video of your dish to social media, tag Nola and Expresso, and include hashtag Nola does it all. Entries close Sunday, 6 July. T's and C's at expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
South Africa, it has been one of the most craziest, I think is the best way to put it, culinary hotlines ever this morning. We're doing the Come Dine With Me series, and we're bringing the people that are usually behind the scenes in front of the camera this morning. We've seen Lucian, we've seen Lena take on what I would say two really good dishes. I've been tasting them. But now we're bringing the person into kitchen that makes me look good every day. I cannot say a bad thing about this person because she will maybe not make me look so good. But she is the reason that I get to do my job every day. Can we please welcome Tiffany to the kitchen? So, Tiffany, you and I have worked together for quite some time now, and I absolutely love your food. Your philosophy around food and how you cook, I love it. I'll work with you absolutely any day. These other two. Anyway,
that's questionable.
The other two, I'm talking about the presenters. So you're going to be making a beautiful blueberry cheesecake.
Baked cheesecake, yes.
Already kind of you win because lately I've been on a sweet tooth vibe. I'm saying, kind of. Been on a sweet tooth vibe.
That, eh?
Oh, the two of you.
Store-bought.
Where's store? What
That looks
store?
store-bought.
So,
No,
okay,
child.
so what a
Bye.
compliment. What a compliment. Your cheesecake literally got a store-bought
You could
compliment.
never, Lucian, you know that.
I know, I
Go
can't.
store your curry there.
Okay. So you're going to be giving our viewers the absolute,
Yes.
all the tips on how to get this cake looking
And it's
as
super,
amazing as it
super.
does.
This is the ingredients you need.
Yes, and you told me it's actually quite easily
It's
put
the
together.
easiest cheesecake.
Okay, so talk us through it.
And it's flop-free. So we start off with cream cheese, so about like 3 tablets of cream cheese, 1 tin of condensed milk, vanilla essence, 2 eggs. That's your filling.
That's it?
That's it.
And what are you
Then
using
your
for the
base,
crumb? Mhm.
So just plain coconut biscuits, whatever biscuits you want to use. Some unsalted butter. We mix that through. That goes at the I don't have a baking
So that's all. And once you mix the two together, it's all about just
That's your
pressing it
base,
together.
yeah. And then the filling goes on top and it goes into the oven 150, 25 to 35 minutes.
It looks beautiful, and obviously what you've done here is you've got this blueberry coulis over the top, or sauce, because if you get any cracks in a cheesecake,
You can
usually
just
I'm
fill it.
devastated.
Can I tell you a funny story? So I baked it at home yesterday, and my sister, so I took it out to the oven and I placed it down to cool. So I got back, and there was like a little hole there, in, like that. I was like,
Someone's finger.
oh. So I was like, thank God for the blueberry sauce.
I love that hack.
Exactly.
Because
You
we
see,
always
Lucian?
freak out when you get a crack.
Smart.
Okay, so there's a hole in there right now.
Yes.
Oh, dump.
Yeah, but it's still better than your dish.
It's a finger that's
the
in
fact
there.
remains.
Somebody's dirty finger.
Anyway, this is not the Lucian show.
Okay, so I am going to leave Tiffany to start working on a cheesecake, and I'm going to come visit Lucian and Lena.
Yes.
We've got quite a lot happen to your
Okay,
dishes
Lena,
since
you
we
can
last
come.
left you. Let's go to Lena, because we started off with your dish. I have tasted it. Let's all reveal to camera.
What I've done is added a little bit of water and then finally my butter. And now it's all creamy. The potatoes are soft. I just need the meat to get soft.
There we go. I can honestly say South Africa, this was, I mean, again, not a lot of ingredients go into this dish.
Very simple.
The flavors you get out of it, the richness with the meat and that tomato coming through, really, really good, delicious.
Also, we didn't need the whole sugar situation.
We didn't need the sugar. I was very surprised. We didn't need to add sugar. Now we're coming to Lucian, your chicken curry.
Yeah.
Which the twist was a bit of mushroom that went into all
Some
the peppers.
mushroom.
We're going with some coriander now. Can you talk me through what else happened to the dish?
All right, so obviously we've added the chicken after all those spices. And the spices was chili flakes, smoked paprika, Thai 7 spices was a combination.
Oh, all right. So wait, we went a bit like Thai-ish with this
Yes,
curry.
so it just blends so nicely with all the aromas and the taste. And then on top of that, I added a bit of hot, spicy Durban curry.
Wow.
Blood red.
Wow. A bit of Durban, a bit of Thailand.
That's all over the world.
All over the world, but it
Yeah,
looks
a
amazing.
trip around the world.
Okay, so that looks amazing. Going back to Tiffany. Tiffany,
So I just left the hand mix. It's not going to do the thing for me. It's too noisy.
it's too noisy, absolutely. I get you, that's very respectful. Lucian and Lena, seeing as you guys are pretty much done, can I ask you, or would you like to taste Tiffany's cheesecake?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm also going to call in my bestie, Carissa. She's going to also taste.
Can we just get someone from outside the kitchen? Because I don't trust.
I don't want to taste it up. I might be not biased.
That chicken cook.
Can I also
The
just say,
shade.
we've all worked together kind of like 10 years. We're talking about trust now. We've got problems. Okay, so Lucian, you want to have a taste of Tiffany's?
No.
Okay, Lucian says no. P-E to the T-T-Y. Okay, cool, let's go. I got Tiffany's, I'm going to taste it, so please have a taste for me, Lena.
Carissa, be very careful with your answers, eh?
Wow, Tiff.
How long did it take for you to make this?
So about like less than an hour.
Okay.
It's quick in the store. You walk in, buy, and walk out.
What's the...
Where's the salt? It's over there. Okay. This is...
I like it.
That's
You know
fantastic.
what? I want to say, is it store-bought?
But it's not.
It's absolutely
But you
not.
know what it is?
Maybe
I can taste the homemadeness of it.
Yeah.
With the
It's made...
textures.
Wait, I'm doing... Okay.
Wow.
And this berry shenanigans was
It's very shenanigans.
That's
Delicious.
fantastic.
Tiffany, masterclass when it comes to baking a cheesecake. That is insane. Carissa, please don't go anywhere.
Do I get to taste the? Do I get to taste the winning dish?
Which...
Let's go. So you got Lucian. Lucian, can you please dish for Carissa?
Is my rice ready?
Oh, wow.
Can I also get
Thank you.
Is the chicken cooked?
You can leave
Everything
Tiffany.
is
This is
cooked.
your
My
kitchen.
chicken is never uncooked. I'm the king of chicken.
Okay.
Ask Siba.
I believe.
She knows.
Wow.
I believe you, Lucian.
name
Thank you.
dropping there.
Okay, there we go. So we're going to have a taste. Even if it's just the sauce for now,
Correct.
if it's quite, we can just taste the sauce and
Let
give
me
it some
get,
feedback on that.
Okay.
And then we're going to taste Lena's as
Little
well.
bowl here.
South Africa, thank you for being with us. Chaos everywhere here today, but thank you for being
I love
with
it when it's chaos.
us. Okay, Lucian, here we go.
Right, cool.
Lucian's
Can I get a
Durban.
scoop?
Lucian's never cooked
Durban.
for me.
Oh, really? To be honest with you, I don't think Lucian's good for me too.
That's why you're still standing.
So let me tell you what it's
Tiffany.
So this is Lucian's Thai Durban chicken and a bit of veggie curry.
Yes.
Wow.
Bring in the
we got
rice. Thank you, Chadwin.
Guys, the whole family is in the kitchen today. Chadwin coming in with a pot of rice. So you didn't know Expresso had so many
Chadwin,
brown
you cooked
people
the
working
rice
here.
for Lucian.
I didn't know
Yes,
too.
special rice was cooked for me.
Okay.
Thank you, Mildred. And thank you, Mama Joyce.
Now, I wonder who cooks the curry if someone else cooks the rice.
Okay.
Why are you and Tiffany beefing, man?
All right, cool.
There's no
What do you want? A thigh? A thigh?
A thigh?
Thigh
No,
spicy.
I like a leg.
You want a leg? A nice leg.
South Africa, Carissa's also going to be the judge, and she will have the final say about who actually
I don't want
wins.
karamunk.
Who's
No,
going to
I'm
win
dishing
today's
it
challenge.
past it. Oh, there's a caramonkey.
Okay, and the winner, by the way, actually does get to take home the Expresso Culinary Hotline trophy for a whole week.
Ooh. Put it in my
I
bag,
got
Salon,
space for that in
Carissa.
my house.
You can put it in
There
my
you go.
bag, Salon.
And rumor has it, Lucian said if he wins, he's going to sleep with the trophy like Damon Williams has slept in his uniform after winning the World Cup.
No, Sean.
He
I'm
will.
happy to see
He
it
will.
every day, yeah.
Okay, so are you dishing for Carissa for the whole week? She just needs to taste.
So this is what I normally eat if I do a big deal.
Alright.
But I eat small little dishes like this.
And then it lasts you the whole week. What are these?
It's mushrooms.
Oh.
Added chew.
Wow, I've never seen
It's
that.
quite hot down here.
Okay, let me taste the sauce and the rice with the danya.
The curry.
Oh, mouth is watering.
It does smell amazing, South Africa. Lucian, this recipe, will it be posted to the website?
Link to us, Carissa.
If you do want the recipe, go check it out on espressoshow.com.
Spicy.
Spicy.
Yes, it's good for the winter. I added more because I don't
30
want to be
seconds.
sick here. Everybody must work.
Okay.
You know?
Okay,
Okay,
see,
Lucifer.
we've got 30
Lucifer's coming
seconds.
out.
Okay, Carissa still needs to taste one more dish. Is it going to be possible?
No.
No. Okay, we are going to... Lena?
We'll make a plan.
Lena's the boss, so if Lena says we'll make a plan, we'll come back. Carissa's now tasted
I haven't
Tiffany's.
tasted Lena's.
And the winner of the
We haven't tasted. We're going to come back and taste one more dish. And then Carissa's going to let us know who the winner is. South Africa, chaos, but you're dealing with us and we appreciate you. Come back again with apparently the 4th installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
Cool. I need to taste mine.
Okay, that was officially wholesome. I'm loving everything about what's happening behind me. We got all the courses of the meals, even the desserts going to be sorted over here. And it is smelling phenomenal, Mzansi. The Culinary Hotline Bling has been spectacular. And a reminder that we want you to come in and weigh in on what's literally happening and who you'd show off to with your meal. So we want to talk about that, but also talk about the fact that we've got a lot to still look forward to on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We've got Craig Lucas coming through, just giving us all that entertainment and more, and I cannot wait for it, and a whole lot more. We've still got money that we're going to be talking about and everything else. So, Mzansi, there's a couple good minutes right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and we'll see you around the corner.
And it's beautifully like...
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I've got a joke.
Okay, welcome back. Let's go for it.
That's coming strong. What does your uncle not want at the table on breakfast time?
Oh, I don't know.
A croissant.
Oh, we hate a croissant. Thank you for laughing. That tipped the scales on the dad joke. And for some, it's going to take a while to land even. But I look forward to hearing your little chuckle a little bit later, 5 minutes from now, when you catch the joke. No, we love our croissants, whether they are happy or cross. There is a reason why some simple pleasures feel truly luxurious. And I think few things compare to the perfect croissant.
Absolutely, because it's got to be golden, it's got to be flaky, and it's got to be buttery.
Oh, next level.
And that's a Woolies croissant that I'm actually describing. Nothing short of an absolute masterpiece. But what really makes it so irresistibly good? I think, Graham, you've got the answer to that.
Well, I did a deep dive on your behalf. I put myself through this, guys. I was willing to do it, okay? A huge amount of craft, care, and unbelievable quality in the ingredients that certainly set Woolworths croissants a cut above the rest. In fact, they are the croissant to choose. Take a look. I think we can all agree there is something magical about the perfect croissant. Those buttery, flaky layers that just melt in your mouth. Now, have you ever wondered how Woolies just get it so right? Where do their perfect croissants come from? Well, today I kind of feel like Charlie being allowed into the chocolate factory. I'm at the incredible Amaro Foods, who take a great deal of pride in their craft, using very traditional techniques and only the finest ingredients to craft the perfect croissant experience. Tony, there is a lot of love. Okay, yeah, a lot of delicious smells and a lot of baked goods, but a lot of love and passion in the space. So I can understand why Woolies came a-calling. It is a perfect marriage here. But maybe take us back into your history a little bit. How did this relationship form and how's that evolved over the years?
My dad studied baking in Portugal. So we're talking about the late 50s, mid-late 50s. Came to the country in 1964. He was a qualified baker, found a place to work. Eventually took over the company and Woolworths approached him. We started supplying Woolworths in 1974. So that's where it started. I, for one, never thought I'd be a baker, but I needed to earn pocket money. So, and within that space, I fell in love with the science and the art of baking. And I always say to people, you know, Woolworths have made us better. Their values align with ours, so it's been really a phenomenal relationship.
For Woolies, it's about creating those memorable food experiences, actually taking you to that dream destination through the highest quality. And at the heart of that magic is the purpose-driven, the meaningful partnerships they have with their most trusted suppliers. Antonio, first of all, I'm going to shake your hand and say, congratulations, man. Your success speaks for itself in a very competitive space. But I think what's really hit home, it's the passion in this space, the love of baking. So where did that begin for you?
My father baked a lot at home. I kind of was involved in the baking industry itself, coming to the factories. And eventually I started working for the business.
I know a lot goes into the journey from flour to croissant. Maybe you can walk us through the evolution of the croissant.
Well, we receive a very special type of flour from our supplier, and we then take that, we then mix it with our water, different ingredients, and then you make yourself a dough. Once that dough is made, you then divide it. You rest it in the fridge for 16 hours. It's a very long process. You rest it at about 5 degrees. Once that's done, the dough then is taken out of the fridge. It then gets pressed into a square block. They then take the butter. That butter is then mixed, so it's whipped all together to make it nice and pliable. That butter is then divided into specific sizes. That butter is then put into another machine that then makes it into a nice block. And then you sandwich that together. So 2 pieces of dough with your filling of butter on the inside. Your dough then gets laminated, and then you rest it again in the fridge. Once that process is then done, you then can take your croissant and you laminate it again. After you laminated your dough, you will then take it and cut it into the shape that you want, and then you roll it up into your croissants. Bake them. As you're baking, that butter is melting and absorbing into the dough, and then it leaves these nice little gaps on the inside. Then cools down, and then you pack it in the specific type of packaging it needs before it's delivered to the customer.
I know there are quite a few twists and turns in the process. How long does it typically take to create a croissant?
taking everything into account from your mixing time, your resting time, your lamination, your proving, your baking, you're looking at a process that could take up to 48 hours.
Wow, I am definitely not the right type of person to work here. First of all, I don't think I'd be fast enough. They are churning them out, and I think I'd be a little too tempted. They smell and look delicious, just like you'd find them in a Woolies store. But what blows my mind is there is a quality control check in literally every step of this croissant's journey. And so far, it's almost been 100% pass rate. They are that good.
We're always striving to get the best possible product, and that goes for everything. We make sure that our room is temperature controlled. That's why this room is so cold right now. And that's to ensure that we have our butter at the right temperature. Your dough needs to be a specific temperature. Dough needs to rest for a specific amount of hours. And all that production planning and manufacturing time is factored into making a very good croissant. And then there's also the fact of the equipment. So you need to go get very good equipment that's going to give you what you want, and then maintain that equipment to a very good standard so that it can deliver every single day. We try and stick as much as we can to traditional values. Keep it simple, keep it old school. You know, it's worked in the past, we can continue to make it work. It's just about trying to revolutionize everything to keep up with demand.
It becomes pretty evident pretty quickly that quality, and only the finest quality, is at the heart of everything here at Amaro Foods. And that leans into the incredible expertise of their very skilled bakers, some of the best in the land, honoring time-honored techniques, and then, of course, only the finest ingredients. And I think you can tell. Melt in your mouth.
I think what stands out really for me is the notion of continuous improvement. I believe that is beyond a value, that's a way of working. Our values of integrity, being agile, being customer focused, they align with Woolworths, doing what's right for people, doing what's right for the environment. We align with those values, and the overarching belief is to make a difference and to continuously improve. So we push each other, I believe.
Wow, what an amazing group of people. What an amazing croissant. I now understand what they mean when they say all butter. This was incredible. I now also understand what Woolies mean when they say only the best will do for them and us, their customers. In fact, I think it makes it the only croissant to choose.
More butter, more better.
I didn't realize how many layers of... I felt very privileged being welcomed into kind of that kind of generational wealth of knowledge when it comes to baking. So to the family, and I mean everyone in that factory kind of felt like family. Just amazing to see artisanal baking on scale like that. So there is a reason why Woolies, their croissants kind of feel like you've just got them from the best bakery in town, because it is the best bakery in town, literally. And yeah, that was magical.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to have a croissant right now.
Security trying to stop me with my croissants, can you believe it? I was like, no, you can pry them out of my dead cold fingers. But look at it. Seldom does something taste as good as it looks in these kind of beauty shots, but Woolies delivers. And you've got to try them for yourself. Simple as that. You can get their range of croissants, and there's a nice range in-store, online, or on the app.
Oh, and just like that, we're back with another superstar. We've been trying all day to find a way to put pressure on him, but we cannot. He's just too good. So instead, we're going to bring it to a world of fun. And it's time for some Rusk and Coffee O'Clock. And just in time for a fun round of Would You Rather. This is the Dip Out edition with Oba. Now, everything from wild workouts to quirky trends. We want to know which fitness fads would you keep and which ones are you dipping out of fast. So let's find out with our superstar of the day, Craig Lucas, in the building. Again, bro, your voice has been phenomenal, to say the least, so thank you for serving us.
Thank
you.
But
hopefully we can serve you up with a good moment to just enjoy before you do it again.
For sure.
Don't forget to have a nice young dipper there if you do. But I want to ask you some questions. These are really simple would you rather moments. And let's start off with this. And Zazi, you can also join in along and answer this in your head. But would you rather set your alarm for 3 a.m., boot camp on the beach, or would you commit to a 100 burpee challenge every morning for a week?
Boot camp 3 a.m. because it's once off, right?
Yes, it's once off. Nice. Get in, get out, high impact. I'm starting to pick up on your mantra here. All right. The other one. Would you rather complete 20 squats for every rusk you eat or do burpees for a full minute just to dip your rusk in peace?
I mean, I don't know what a burpee is, so
Really?
let's go with burpees. Is that a good
I love
choice?
that. I don't know, bro.
Is that a
Burpees
good
aren't
choice?
easy. It's like one of the most hated exercises.
Okay, no, then I
out there.
changed my mind. I'll do the first one.
But I think Craig
Can I
Lucas,
do none of them?
I think you'll smash a burpee, bro. We should do that someday. Have some fun with you. I think you'll dominate it.
Please don't.
Last one, okay. Would you rather accidentally record yourself dipping a rusk during a Zoom workout challenge or post a gym fail and win a year's supply of rusks?
For sure, post a gym fail and really a supply of rusks. Easy choice.
And I think
Easy
that's
choice.
sentiment to the fact that you've made yourself so vulnerable on social media that you have no scam doing that. So thank you for that. And literally, that's how simple it is, bro. So cheers to that lovely moment. I'm going to grab one of these and take a young dipper
too.
before I chat to you, Mzansi, because...
Thank you.
This is what the mornings are about. It's obviously my turn, and maybe I took too big of a bite there. Sorry about that. But here's a reminder. Share the funny moments. Anything that's a fitness fail or flop, it doesn't matter. We are here for the trends, and we want you to dip out with hashtag #DipOutWithOma. And you could win 2,000 Rand cash plus a hamper full of your favorite rusks. Now, while I chew on this, and apologies...
It's like hot cross buns.
It does, right? I also got that. I thought it was my mind. It really is that good. Now, a reminder, entries close on Monday, the 7th of July. Your T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com, and I think we literally are eating a hot cross bun. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's hot cross buns, right?
Yeah, I can get used to this. Thank you,
Very
Craig.
good.
Dip out with Oma this winter. Tasty, filling, and oh so satisfying. The ultimate winter snack.
We are back in the kitchen. Let me just tell you. Today,
Yeah.
Carissa, wow. We had to throw in an extra segment just because of the emotions, yeah. And fair tasting. So you haven't tasted one dish, which is Lena's amazing tomato breedy.
Right.
Tomato fruit right in front of you. Oh, is that it over there?
This is it. This is,
Okay.
this is not my portion, Clem. This is my portion.
Nice,
Okay.
that's you. Okay, so we're going in for the taste. You've tasted the other two. Please
have.
go ahead,
Okay,
Carissa.
let's see what it's giving.
Lena, while Carissa's tasting, can you tell Carissa and the viewers what Carissa should be tasting, experiencing right now?
Well, this dish takes longer to cook. We didn't have that time today. I'm not making excuses, but it should be slow cooked throughout the day. So the meat should be soft, the sauce needs to be buttery, the potatoes soft. And yeah, is it nice?
I don't think that the meat is actually quite soft. It's getting, it's like it's almost there, absolutely. But that doesn't count. That you're still in the running for this competition.
Can I quickly ask,
Yes.
if you don't have time, how do you tenderize your meat?
If you don't have time, I mean, seasoning the meat before the time does help a little bit. But I love a cheat of using a pressure cooker or just a pot that can cook it really quickly.
That's good, yeah.
The one thing that I've noticed between you and Lucian, and I can tell why you guys are friends, a lot of spice.
It
You
is.
guys
That
love
is
the
actually,
spice.
it's got some spice to it.
It's nice. It's good.
Yeah, I think
Spicy
it's
like that.
chili.
It's that chili, definitely. So, Tiffany on the end, Carissa, you have now tasted
all three.
You tasted all three. What is your final verdict?
Oh, this is, I will say, fantastic. All three of them were
I
so
think so
incredibly
too.
good. Well done to everybody. Graham and I were talking about how you guys really just like made us look terrible. But you, who won? Okay. And the winner. And the winner for the crew edition of the Culinary Hotline Bling / Come Dine With Me is Lucian! I will hand this over.
Okay, now South Africa, what we want to know from you. You've seen the chaos today, but you've also seen some beautiful creations. You let us know who you think the winner should have been. And next week's going to be equally as excited, so make sure you tune in next week for more Culinary Hotline Bling.
Sing, sing, sing!
We are all winners.
You are, though. Can I have some more cake?
I'm gonna make this for real. I want to make this for real.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Just very quickly before I burst into tears again, you could hit it lucky by playing your Lotto, Lotto plus 1, Lotto plus 2. Why? 44 million rand, baby. Come on, that's the jackpot today. So please don't get left behind. We've got Lotto weighing in with 3 million, Lotto plus 1, 23 million,
Nice.
Lotto plus 2, I'll give you 18 million too.
I'll take it. Well, listen, you can buy your tickets today in-store, online. There's nationallottery.co.za, the website, mobile app, cell phone banking, or just dial *120 *7529# for USSD.
Yeah, now it gets even better because the one and only, the main event, the main dish of this entire morning is here to send us out. I'm talking about the one and only Craig Lucas, and this is Falling in Love.
Song of the year. Come on.
Hey guys, I'm Craig Lucas. This is Falling in Love of my upcoming EP, Tip of My Tongue, out 11 July.
I heard you were out with your boyfriend. He's so buff, I bet that he's stupid. I'm a mess, I know how to use it. You got me stuck in my head, stuck in my head. Yeah, you got me, you got me, you got me stuck in my head. And I don't wanna think about it. You got me ready to jump on into you, but I'm not ready for love. I'm falling down, I can't get enough. So give me your love, your love, your love. It's got me singing. I'm falling in love, I'm falling in love. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. I'm falling in love, I'm falling in love. And I know that I'm your dirty little secret. You only call me when you need it. But that's okay, 'cause you can have whatever you want. With those brown eyes and them sideburns and your tight jeans and your white shirt, I swore I'd never fall in love. You got me ready to jump on into you, but I'm not ready for love. I'm falling down, I can't get enough. So give me your love, your love, your love. It's got me singing. Ooh, oh, oh. I'm falling in love, I'm falling in love. Ooh, oh, oh. I'm falling in love, I'm falling in love. You got me, you got me, you got me. Oh, and I don't wanna think about it. You got me ready to jump on into you, but I'm not ready for love. I'm falling down, I can't get enough. So give me your love, your love, your love. It's got me singing. I'm falling in love. Ooh, oh, oh. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love. Thank you.
Oh, what a day. Can I just say he's in a class of his own.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Craig Lucas, please take a bow, my brother. You are literally in a class of your own, guy. And that's not just because you make me cry every time you come onto the show. You're amazing, man.
So good. Also, Tiffany tasting the winning dish.
Oh, no, well done.
Well done, Lucy.
No, you'll come dine with me, kicked, I'll come dine with me Bert today. Thank you so much for joining us. We love all of you. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Love you, Craig Lucas, so much.